what we'll be talking. You can also decide what we'll be talking about next time on Mike On Podcast with Shayono Kimbaloi. Just follow us on the Mike On Podcast on all leading social media platforms and share your thoughts and comments. We are happy to hear from you.
INEC braces for 2027 with cautious confidence. Rising fuel prices tear fresh anxiety, and the Senate probes trillions in NNPCL finances. Fierce political criticism of the government escalates as pressure mounts nationwide. Here is a breakdown of this week's top headlines. This week begins with the chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, Professor Joash Amukuton, assuring Nigerians that INEC has the capacity to electronically transmit election results in 2027, while cautioning that the commission may not be able to guarantee a completely perfect election due to logistical and operational challenges. He, however, says INEC will continue to work towards delivering a credible and transparent election. On Tuesday, the U.S. Embassy in Abuja issued a security alert warning American citizens of potential protests in the capital linked to rising.
Nigeria's opposition parties are doing enough to hold power to account. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Macon Podcast. I am Shayono Kimbaloi. In every democracy, the role of the opposition is critical. It is not just about contesting elections or criticizing those in power. A strong opposition strengthens democracy by asking the tough questions, scrutinizing government policy, holding leaders accountable, and offering citizens a credible alternative vision for governance. In Nigeria and in Nigeria's political landscape, where one party often dominates the conversation, many citizens are asking, what exactly should the opposition be doing? Should it simply oppose, or should it actively shape national discourse with ideas, policies, and solutions? And today we explore that question and more. The presidential candidate of the Socio-Democratic Party in the 2023 election, a lawyer, an entrepreneur, and political advocate, Prince Adebayo joins me on the podcast today. Prince Adebayo, welcome to the Macon Podcast.
Good to meet you, Sharon, once again, and God bless Nigeria.
God bless Nigeria indeed. Thank you so much. Let's begin the conversation. And I mean, practically speaking, the election year has begun. INEC has blown the whistle. It means something. That the election is not on the day of election itself. It's the moment where, from the announcement of the timelines and the schedule, election are started. In your own view, is the opposition really ready and serious about this election?
Well, the way I understand democracy, the opposition being ready is a given. What's more important is whether the people are ready, because democracy is about the people. If today you ask me if I'm ready to take over from President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and govern the country better, yes, I am ready, even today. You can drive me straight to the Aso Rock Villa now and ask me to take over. You will see a better result from today, not tomorrow.
You can do better.
I can do better on every front.
You are better prepared.
Better prepared, better intention, better program, surrounded by better people, and with clearer vision, closer to what the Constitution wants. So it is the people who need to be ready to change their government. And the idea that the duty of the opposition is to hold the government to account is misplaced. The primary duty to take the government to account are the different branches of government. The National Assembly has a duty to oversee what the executive is doing. And the judiciary is to ensure that both the legislature and the executive comply with the law of the land. So it is not left for the people to hold their elected officials accountable. My job in opposition is to prepare myself for government. I do not want to choose opposition as a career. I don't want, after this election, you continue to call me opposition. You should be calling me president, commander-in-chief. I want to be in government. I don't want to be a professional opposition.
And the opposition, the Inter-Party Advisory Council has recently announced that it will boycott the election should an amendment urgently not done on the Electoral Act of 2026. Do you think that's a right decision to take?
The right decision to take is to have a good electoral act. You saw me at the National Assembly being tear gassed by the government when they were in the process of passing the law to ensure that they pass a law which encourages the people to come and vote, which deepens democracy, and which makes credibility of the election a matter of law. Now, that is what the government needs to do. For a political party, we prepare for the election while still imploring the government to do the right thing, but ultimately, it is what the people of Nigeria want. If it's the priority of Nigerians that those guarantees in the Electoral Act are put there unambiguously, so that people who leave their homes on election day to go and vote will be sure that the aggregate of what they vote is what the result will be. So it's actually a citizen's request. It's a citizen's right that in your own country, where you're the only place in the world where you have an influence in forming a government, you at least want to be sure that your voice is heard and that when you go out to vote for your candidates and political parties, that the result reflects what you as a voter has voted. It's not a tussle between the government and the opposition. It's a discussion that all Nigerians need to have, which is to say, the Electoral Act, as currently passed and signed by President Tinubu, is it what Nigerians want? Are Nigerians comfortable?
Is it?
I don't think so. I think that it is more about saving the regime. It's about saving their own skin. And the elected representatives of the people were at that stage looking inwards, gazing at their own level. They were more about saving themselves, not losing control of the electoral process to the people.
So you support IPAC's position of a threat to boycott 2027 elections?
I think IPAC is right to say that if you are not going to make the rules fair and clear from the beginning, then they have a right to say they are not going to participate under that rule. That is a conversation that we can begin, but I will encourage every political party to still continue to do their underground work and not be caught unawares.
Because boycotting an election is a very drastic democratic tactic. Isn't that effectively surrendering the political field to the ruling party and saying, we're no longer interested, you can just continue as long as you can?
No, the assumption is that if all the political parties, or majority of the political parties, or all political parties that are not in government, don't participate, then you don't have legitimacy because you cannot self-coronate. And it is a drastic reaction to a drastic legislative coup d'etat, which the people in power today made to ensure that the electoral system is put in some controversy. Because the more we discuss this issue of electoral law and all of that, one, the less time we have to discuss the content of what we are bringing to government. Second, the more people realize, why am I even participating in this thing? And thirdly, the voters tend to have some apathy towards the electoral process. They assume, okay, why am I wasting my time if the match is already rigged before it starts? But my approach to it is to say, we keep agitating for the right thing to happen. We keep making sure that we communicate to our law-making bodies, the Senate and the representatives, House of Representatives, that what they have done, which is to service themselves and service President Tinubu, is not their constitutional duty. Their constitutional duty is to get feedback from the people and amend the law to make sure that the clauses are clear enough and send a signal to the voter that this law is passed to facilitate democratic participation and to remove every doubt from the mind of the voter that they want them to vote.
So let's get it clear. Two things. If you got into this election with this law as it is, you don't agree with it, and you don't think that is a fair deal, and you don't think that there is a level playing field. Is that how you feel?
There's no level playing field. there is a lot of booby traps, but we have a duty to still defeat the government. So it's made it harder. It's like you go to play a match overseas, you're playing an away match, and they take you to an uneven field, and they make the whole journey difficult for you, but you still have a duty to win the match. So the duty that Nigerians have is to make sure that no member of the National Assembly returns, because they are the ones who surrender the sovereignty of the Nigerian people to the whims of one person. So we vote all of them out. And once we vote them out, then we can put patriots in there. But the immediate reaction of IPAC is to say, okay, if you want to rig the rules, rig the game, then you go and play, carry your ball and play on your own. But we are also working to see that at the end of the day, the final solution to bad laws is to change the lawmakers.
Guys, it's not showing a video. There is sound but no visuals. Interesting. Okay, let me refresh. This is wild. I'm sorry, guys. Now, wow.
So wait,
How
what's
about
the
now?
catch? That's what most people ask when they hear about
Can
Smud's
you see
brand new
anything
home battery.
now?
You can also decide what we'll be talking about next time on Mike on
Let me
Pod.
move this.
Tear gas by the government.
Hold on one second. Can you please help me? Let me know if you can see. Can you see? It's good now. Okay. Sorry about that too. I apologize. The voice was crackling. Interesting. Okay. All right. Please, as you come in, help me to like. Help me to like. Abeg, let me sell my market today. Help me to like. Now important. You can't see anything. Yeah, sorry. Tracy Anna, welcome. Sorry. Okay, let's go on. I'm sorry, I'm starting afresh. I'm going to speed it up a little bit because I have a couple more videos to show, and we have a lot to talk about, guys. We have a lot to talk about. Okay, all right. Let's do this.
Government when they were in the process of passing, to ensure that they pass a law which encourages the people to come and vote, which deepens democracy, and which makes credibility of the election a matter of law. Now, that is what the government needs to do. For a political party, we prepare for the election while still employing the government to do the right thing, but ultimately, it is what the people of Nigeria want. If it's the priority of Nigerians that those guarantees in the Electoral Act are put there unambiguously, so that people who leave their homes on election day to go and vote will be sure that the aggregate of what they vote is what the result will be. So it's actually a citizen's request. It's a citizen's right that in your own country, where you're the only place in the world where you have an influence in forming a government, you at least want to be sure that your voice is heard, and that when you go out to vote for your candidates and political parties, that the result reflects what you, as a voter, has voted. It is not a tussle between the government and the opposition. It's a discussion that all Nigerians need to have, which is to say, the Electoral Act, as currently passed and signed by President Tinubu, is it what Nigerians want? Are Nigerians comfortable?
Is it?
I don't think so. I think that it is more about saving the regime. It's about saving their own skin. And the elected representatives of the people were at that stage looking inwards, gazing at their own navel. They were more about saving themselves, not losing control of the electoral process to the people.
So you support IPAC's position of a threat to boycott 2027 elections?
I think IPAC is right to say that if you are not going to make the rules fair and clear from the beginning, then they have a right to say they are not going to participate under that rule. That is a conversation that we can begin, but I will encourage every political party to still continue to do their underground work and not be caught unawares.
Because boycotting an election is a very drastic democratic tactic. Isn't that effectively surrendering the political field to the ruling party and saying, we're no longer interested, you can just continue as long as you can?
No, the assumption is that if all the political parties, or majority of the political parties, or all political parties that are not in government, don't participate, then you don't have legitimacy because you cannot self-coronate. And it is a drastic reaction to a drastic legislative coup d'etat, which the people in power today made to ensure that the electoral system is put in some controversy. Because the more we discuss this issue of electoral law and all of that, one, the less time we have to discuss the content of what we are bringing to government. Second, the more people realize, why am I even participating in this thing? And thirdly, the voters tend to have some apathy towards the electoral process. They assume, okay, why am I wasting my time if the match is already rigged before it starts? But my approach to it is to say, we keep agitating for the right thing to happen. We keep making sure that we communicate to our lawmaking bodies in the Senate and the representatives, House of Representatives, that what they have done, which is to service themselves and service President Tinubu, is not their constitutional duty. Their constitutional duty is to get feedback from the people and amend the law to make sure that the clauses are clear enough and send a signal to the voter that this law is passed to facilitate democratic participation and to remove every doubt from the mind of the voter that they want them to vote.
So let's get it clear. Two things. If you go into this election with this law as it is, you don't agree with it, and you don't think that is a fair deal, and you don't think that there is a level playing field. Is that how you feel?
There's no level playing field. There is a lot of booby traps, but we have a duty to still defeat the government. So it's made it harder. It's like you go to play a match overseas. You're playing an away match, and they take you to an uneven field, and they make the whole journey difficult for you, but you still have a duty to win the match. So the duty that Nigerians have is to make sure that no member of the National Assembly returns, because they are the ones who surrender the sovereignty of the Nigerian people to the whims of one person. So we vote all of them out. And once we vote them out, then we can put patriots in there. But the immediate reaction of IPAC is to say, okay, if you want to rig the rules, rig the game, then you go and play, carry your ball and play on your own. But we are also working to see that at the end of the day, the final solution to bad laws is to change the lawmakers.
Would SDP and yourself join the boycott if IPAC goes ahead to boycott the 2027 election?
That's left for the SDP to make a decision when they meet. SDP will meet at their neck on Monday, and then subsequently have other meetings. But what I have encouraged our people is to say that if we could hold elections under colonial governments, and we could hold elections under the military, and even the military did not want to go, but June 12 election was held under an administration that didn't want to go. And if we could hold all these things, I think we will still have to use the election, as bad as the law might be, to defeat the government of the day. And that is what we need to do.
You are always very confident about your ability and capacity to defeat Bola Tinubu and the APC. What gives you that kind of confidence?
It's my confidence in Nigerian people, that Nigerian people are patient. And the communication is confused, coming from all sides. And people are not able to focus on where the problem lies. Now, what politicians don't realize is that people want to focus on where the problem lies. So if the opposition is saying that the president and the government is not good, people will judge not only the government, they will also judge the opposition. So if people are confused that, okay, the government is obviously not good, But the opposition is not better either. So the people will just abstain. So our duty, as we are pointing out that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's government has been a disaster, is obvious. It's a disaster by every metric. We also have to organize our front in the opposition and bring clear, cogent, and concrete plans to the people and project people who have credibility. That is the challenge. It is not the difficulty of beating Bola Ahmed Tinubu blue-black. We will beat him blue-black. Even in the last election, where he supposedly won, and we have to agree that he won because that's what the law says, you will see that the arithmetic still show that he lost because more people voted for other people than him. So what we need to do now is to even bring more voters out and to get them to understand that, yes, there are many other problems, but your chief problem is to get the APC out of power, and your immediate solution is to remove Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and then you can focus on the SDP, listen to what we are doing, check the credibility of all our candidates, and if you are convinced that we can do better, then you better come out and vote for us en masse. The problem of democracy is that it's like a marketplace. You are coming to the market to sell onions. Somebody else is coming to sell shoes, sell clothes, sell this. Somebody is coming to play music, or coming to preach their religion. All kind of things going on in the market. So the noise of the market can sometimes drown out what you are trying to sell. So what we are trying to do now is to narrowly amplify the fact that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a colossal historic disaster. It's the worst of the lot of the worst elements that we've been having. However, you have alternatives. So instead of lamenting continuously about Tinubu, God and time have brought you an opportunity to now articulate an alternative. You don't need to do anything extraordinary. Just go out of your house, go and push for the alternative, and on the election day, vote for the alternative. And luckily for us, President Tinubu has helped us by making an identification parade of all the problems of Nigeria and the people who are causing them, and making sure all of them move to his own side. So now you don't have any confusion. Once you avoid that terrible broom on election day and you don't vote for it, you have already killed half of the problem. The other half is to make sure that those who are part of the ruin of the last 26 years, but who are pretending that they are now in opposition, you make sure you don't fall for them either. Because if you are opposed to poor elections, you are opposed to rigged elections, and you were in the Senate for 20 years, you did not bring a single bill to improve the election. The fact that you are in opposition now, we're not going to listen to you. If you were Attorney General for 8 years and you were in government when electoral acts bills were presented, you asked the president not to sign it. If you were the Senate president when the Waste Panel report was submitted, and you spent 20 years in the Senate and 8 years as Senate president, and you didn't sign the electoral bill into law, the problems you are complaining about now, you've had plenty of opportunity to solve those problems and you didn't solve them.
Exactly.
We, the Nigerian people, will also pack you together with the establishment and make sure that neither Tinubu and his band of current
Is the crackling still going on? It's still crackling? And Michael, are you hearing the crackling? Because I'm not hearing anything on my end. Tracy says it's still crackling. Please, can I help me, guys, before we continue? Because it's very important that everybody can hear this clearly. By the way, Michael, I agree with you on his take on this APC. The description is absolutely on point. They were angry that after serving as a big boy for the colonialists, that they don't get to behave as the... I'm telling you, you're probably right about that. Please, can you still hear it crackling? I beg. Mona, let me know. Sid, welcome. Long time, my brother. Good to see you. It's the fault of the video, right? And not you. Okay, because my voice is clear and that's a bit off, but not extremely annoying. Okay. Tracy, sorry, you're going to need to manage symphony like that. It be like saying now the NEPA issues they disturb them now. The NEPA issue is affecting them. No power, no light, no water, nothing. Did you see the queue for water somewhere? Did you see the queue for petrol? Now, anyway, we'll get to all of that. Let's continue. This is a very important chat. I like this. I like some of the points that he made.
Problems come to power next time, and you too, who have a historical record of being part of them, you also don't come in, and you can have a clean break from the past if truly we are mature enough to solve our problems.
The question is that you have tacitly and directly also mentioned those who are in the opposition, and we're really talking about some element in the ADC who are now the supposed new phase of opposition politics in Nigeria. You don't seem to agree with that association. You don't seem to want to join or align forces with them. But there are those who think that the Bola Tinubu movement and the APC will be very difficult to defeat if opposition elements in the country don't join forces together. So it doesn't look like you are ready to work with those on the other side of the divide when it comes to opposition politics.
I don't agree with the analysis. If your aim is to defeat Tinubu per se as one person, and you don't care about who is going to come next, then you can go along that way, because what you mean is that I want to defeat Darius the Great and bring Darius the next. I want to defeat Nebuchadnezzar the Great and bring the next Nebuchadnezzar or whatever. You know, that's not what we're trying to do. Nigerians are tired of bad government.
I'm asking, are you willing to work with other people? For example, the 8 members of the ADs, because you are tacitly talking about Malami, you've talked about Erufa, you talked about David Mark in your analysis and in your statement now.
Yes. How can you say that you are against the infestation of insects, but you are killing mosquitoes and bringing cockroaches? You cannot be that hypocritical. There is a reason why I am opposed irreconcilably to President Tinubu. It's not because of his name. It's because of his deeds and his belief system and his actions. These people whose name you've mentioned share exactly the same. They've been in government. They've acted like him or worse in some situation. So my being opposed to President Tinubu on certain basic principles automatically means that I'm opposed to them too based on those principles. There's nothing personal. If you say that you do not want carnivorous animals because they can eat the flesh of the sheep, you cannot say, well, I don't like lions, but tigers are welcome. You need to be consistent. And the issue is that the government, the establishment, some of their wings are in government. Some of the wing of the establishment are left outside of that government. And the effort they've made to enter the government has failed. So some of them are now forced to be in opposition. But they are not opposed to the ideas of the President Tinubu. They are opposed to the fact that they are not in his government. Mm-hmm. We are talking on behalf of Nigerian people who have been marginalized for decades now. So in trying to come to power through people's effort, we are not going to undercut ourselves by aligning with those who immediately they are in government. Tinubu will be laughing at you that, see, you thought that was bad, see them now. So what we are trying to do is to make sure that ignore all of them, focus on the Nigerian people. If the Nigerian people are interested in forming a government in line with the Constitution of Nigeria and making sure that decency is returned to government and that public service is clean, transparent, and corruption-free, and that the people who are going to be in charge of our affairs will be servants of the people, then they will come to people like us. They will boycott all of them. If you want to commit yourself to a surgery, you cannot remove half of the cancer and leave the other half. You have to clear the entire cancer. President Tinubu is the mascot of failure, representing all the failures we'll be having in government since we returned to civilian rule. So you cannot, therefore, go and remove him and restore those who started what he's following now. Is it rigged elections you are talking about? Elections were being rigged before President Tinubu became president. You see, corruption was taking place before he came. So he just continued and amplified that. So what you need to do is to clear all of them at once. And if the Nigerian people are not prepared to clear all of them at once, then it means that they are not prepared yet to liberate themselves.
So the question I'm still going back to is, you're not willing to work with the ADC, for example.
As personally constituted, if I work with them, then I'm a hypocrite. Because it means that what is driving me is personal hatred for Tinubu. I don't really hate corruption. I don't really hate non-performance. I don't really hate indecency in government. I don't really hate bad governance. Because these people represent exactly that. So why would you now discriminate in your fight against corruption? Are you not seeing them? You are a reporter. You reported all the activities in government. Are you saying that a political party that can admit somebody who did an obvious fraud with Air Nigeria openly in the airport that we can see, are you going to say that we are blind to that? Are you going to say that if you were Attorney General and you were against the rule of law, and that now you are now in a party and you are leading in that party, and the party is comfortable with you to put you on high table, are you saying that we are going to talk about rapid development of Nigeria and those who were in the Senate for 20 years without one single progressive law? Are we going to say that because we are now angry with the present president, we are now going to align with them? When there are over 250 million Nigerians who can align with, who have clean record, who are patriotic, who have served in many capacities and are very much available and energetic.
Are political parties an association or gathering of saints? I mean, there are those who will say, look, if you must change the status quo, there will be a redemptive position that people must have made. There will be people who have seen the light and they will think that they could do better. And then there was people who will say, look, you can't have everyone in a political party as saint. So you're looking for an association of saints. Is that what you're looking for?
I'm looking for decent people who, first, are honest. Because we all take that national pledge.
Do you have such a political party in Nigeria?
SDP. You could come to SDP, you see, we take that pledge. I pledge to Nigeria, my country, to be faithful.
Wait a minute. SDP, wasn't that the party of Abiola? Can somebody correct me if I'm wrong? Was SDP the party of Abiola? And he resemble mask. He resemble Tracy. Because he knows the basic instincts of those camouflaging as Nigerian politicians or technocrats. They're about nothing and technically amount to nothing. That's true. Excuse me. Oga, you need to work with the good, the bad, and the ugly to defeat Tinubu. That's true. I agree. I agree with a lot of the points that he made. I really do, right? But the question remains, you can't win an election against Tinubu standing alone. You can't. It's not possible. I think you will underestimate him if you're coming out like he is. And the question is, we haven't even tested, what is his capacity with regards to, do you understand? So, Social Party of Abiola, okay. So that's the party he's running on. I mean, he's making good points, but it's not about making good points, as we know. It's who is willing to put their head on the chopping block. Meaning, when push comes to shove, are you going to be there? Are you going to remain? Because all these things, it's easy to say what you want to, but do you have the organic following, for instance? Do you have the people behind you? So anyway, let's continue. I agree with a lot of what he said, and I want us to consider that. Okay.
Loyal and honest. To serve Nigeria with all my strength, to defend her unity and uphold her honor. So help me God.
SDP is a party of saints?
No, SDP is a party of citizens who know that truth matters. And if you have misbehaved in the past, that's not a complete bar. But you must admit that I have misbehaved in the past, and this is what I stole from the government, and I'm returning it. And I'm saying to you that from today, there should be no corruption in the government. You can't drive to a political rally or in a cab bought with stolen money. You can't have government property still kept in your house, and you are saying, let us change the country. You cannot continue to hide from accountability, and you say that, well, the other person is more corrupt than me. What we are saying, we're not saying that you have to be a saint first. You have to be honest and decent. If you have done something in the past that's not good, you have to admit, well, yes, when I was in government, I didn't do too well. I made 1 or 2 mistakes here. And now I realize the country cannot continue like that. Therefore, I have joined this group of patriots to try to change it. And you can be in the back seat. You are not immediately running for another office. We are just using you as an example that nobody is above redemption. Doesn't mean that we're immediately going to make you a governor after you have been a terrible minister. But if you come out and say, yes, mea culpa, mea culpa, mea culpa. So I did wrong, it's my fault. But I'm now coming to make it good. And you will do restitution. So if you are not doing restitution, you are just unemployed and broke, or you are trying to cover up your deeds, it's your choice. And every political party doesn't have to look like the other. If your political party is an association of disgraced people who still want to make noise, either to use politics to cover accountability, which are being asked, or generally just feel entitled that they must be in government all the time, you can form your political party. And if you're not coming in my lane, you're not disturbing me, why should I have problems with you? The only time that we had issues with them was when they were audacious enough to say they wanted to come to the SDP. And we looked at them and said, have you seen yourself in the mirror lately? You can't come here. So except you do these following things. But now they are in their own party, they are fine. And we have not against them because Section 40 of the Constitution gives freedom of association. So you can say, I want to associate with past evildoers. I want to associate with people who are influential, but if got the influence wrongly, it's your choice. But even if the SDP has 40 million members, you see how over 200 million Nigerians who can form other political parties. So I'm not going around sermonizing from party to party, but I am saying that in the SDP, it's not just me. We've taken a decision that we want to start on a clean slate.
So you are invariably telling us that you are geared up and you are ready to run again in 2027.
Yes, I've told my party that, and I'm working with my party on that, and I'm making sure that we are going around the country to prepare the people. My presidency is in the hand of God, and it's when Nigerians are ready. There is no other magic. If the people are ready, we will come in. If they are not ready, we'll continue until
You were
they are
lucky
ready.
to get the ticket of the party the last time. What gives you the assurance that this time around, luck will smile on you?
That is why you don't see me lying down, waiting for luck to fall on my lap. That is why I am working hard, and I know that other people are working hard as well. And I continue to do my duty to my country, to my party. And I started this duty to SDP when I was 19 years old, when I joined the party in 1991. So there's no level in the party that I've been given an assignment or service to perform that I have not done it. I bid in Lupeju. Yesterday at Awolowo posthumous birthday, people were reminding me on how I used to go to Jakande's house, Bishop Street in Lupeju, and going around Lagos pasting posters for the SDP as a 19-year-old, how I used to organize, and people saw me in Abiola's house after the announcement of the election, saw how the efforts we're making. They were joking at me, oh, you are beginning to spot some gray hair. You little one that I used to see in those days. So that's my level of commitment. So it's not like I am my ambition is pushing
but
me.
the fear here, Prince, is that the SDP, yes, presented itself for election in 2023. You flew the flag of the party, but you were not lucky enough to even be in the first three after that election. But the fear is that realistically, though, that the party may not have the national political machinery required to compete with the APC entrenched structure in 2027.
Well, less political scientists have that fear. But what I can let you know is that the amount of hard work that we have to do to make the party a party of the people. Remember, this was the party, even under the harsh conditions of the military, that won the June 12 election, that brought democracy to Nigeria, that brought the first political martyr in MK Abiola, and that brought June 12, which we now observe as Democracy Day, and the party that has maintained that we should push our government and governance principle to a little to the left so that we can have social investment in the people. And that if you invest in the people and people have capacity, you are going to be able to solve all the problems of the country within a lifetime. So what we need to do is not about competing with the APC. What we need to do is to sell the party to the people. Once the people embrace the party once again, all of these other speculations will go by the wayside. Our mind is focused on the people. If the people are ready, and we get them ready, we will defeat any force. And that's what we're working towards.
Meet EM Sense, a breakthrough in foot therapy that wraps around your foot and ankle like a therapeutic boot. And
So, is the structure? Do you have the structure?
We have.
I mean, you are talking about the history of the SDP.
Yes.
That's in the past. That's in a long time. We are talking about present time and present realities. Do you have the structure to win an election?
Our duty is to change the reality. If you continue with this reality, Nigeria will go to hell, and God forbid. So what we are trying to do is that if we are going to change our direction, we need to change our consciousness. What the SDP is doing, and that's why people in the media are using different metrics. We are not doing a parade of big men. We're not doing playing stunts. We are going to where the people are, waking the people up, getting them interested in their country, in the politics of their country, and ensuring that at the end of the day, they can feel proud to belong to a political party that is, I understand this party. It's about me. It's about my community. And once they get into it, you will start to see that the structure will be organic with the people of Nigeria, and it will be as diverse as the country is, and it will not be idiosyncratic. It will not be a personality cult. It will not rise and fall based on whether Adebayo is running or not. It will be a solid structure that is built to last and that is raising cadre of Nigerians that when you look at their political activism, you look at what they do in their community, Nigerians can say, okay, I think this democracy is meant for us and it can work. And most of the problems that we have now can now be solved through the use of politics. Good politics is a precursor to good governance. And good politics must first involve the people. But I see newspaper headlines sometimes, and I see TV shows, they will just take a picture of a few so-called big men and say, can this person defeat this person? As if it is a boxing match between individuals. What we are doing is to say, no. Go back to the people, get them to be interested. So when I go around the country and I see how people react to what we are doing, the kind of question they ask, whether they are now internalizing the democracy and they are owning the action, then I know people are getting ready. And that's what we will do. We are not going to get distracted. We're not going to disturb ourselves with your rating. We're just going to go to the people and start to engage the people and see that the people buy into the party and that the people see the performance of the party as their own performance. So where we don't do well in the election, they will know, we didn't organize well here. That means we are not having sufficient number of citizens who want to solve this problem, who want to own the problem and solve it. And when you start to see the quality of candidates coming out, when you start to see the quality of party agents, when a retired army general is willing to be a party agent in his own polling unit, when you see a retired director of central bank coming out, not doing big man, watching Sheon Okinbaloye analysis on his desk or on his couch, when he's now out there saying, no, I want to make sure what goes on in my polling unit matters. When you see the so-called elite now leaving the cocoons of their houses and knocking the door of their own house boy, house girl, and say, let us exercise our citizenship rights together. That's where you see the SDP in action. With all these big men holding meetings in their fancy parlors and going to higher hotels, you won't see us there.
So 2027 election invariably will be an election of the ordinary people.
that is when we can make a change. Because if it's a big man versus big man, one gang of the elite versus another gang of the elite, the people will not partake because they know that if a band of tigers are struggling with a den of lions over a carcass, no other animal is going to take out of it. So you leave them to fight the epic battle. But if it is a movement of the people, you will see that the elite themselves will advise themselves that their time is over.
You seem to have a fear about what Tinubu represents. And recently you've said that, you said there are those who are limited to the objective of defeating Tinubu. The SDP wants to defeat the system which Tinubu symbolizes. What exactly are you talking about when you say Tinubu and the system? What system are you talking about? And what symbolism do you think Tinubu represents?
Tinubu represents a system of a self-centered elite who want to replace the colonial masters.
Yep.
And who believe that the resources of the community, of the country belongs to them.
Exactly.
And who believe that in trading favors among themselves, they can form an invisible queue of a limited number of people who will be taking power. And that's why Tinubu could tell you two things, which he told you publicly. There are many other things that are worse that he hasn't told you that he's doing. But he told you two things. He said he read a litany of how many people he had helped to power. People he even knew were not competent, were not suitable.
That's true, though.
He said, I've helped them to power. This one was crying after losing. I made him to win. This other one, who's a governor, who will have made him governor? But I made him governor. So it is my turn. So he's not telling you that on behalf of Nigerian people, I have a mission to perform. He's saying, all of you unqualified people who from time to time have entered government, who is the person who made it happen for you? It is me. So you need to pay me back. Emilokon, it is my personal turn. Now, that's one philosophy of Tinubu, which I find to be a dangerous, narcissistic, and retrogressive philosophy. Then he went further to say, don't waste your time debating anybody, going anywhere to talk and convince anybody. I don't have time for all this balabulu and bolaba. Power is not served a la carte. You don't ask for it. What you do is that
You snatch.
you grab it, you snatch it, and
and
you run away with it.
it. Yeah.
That is a fascist statement to say that ignore the people. They don't matter. Once you form enough power base, you grab the power. And from there, and if you see how he's running the government, he's quite a lawless person. And a president that is lawless like that frightens me. And it should frighten you because how can you take control of the economy of Nigeria like a bandit, have 3 appropriation acts simultaneously running, and you are not obeying any of them? And you go further to take loans as you want and whimsically spend the money as if it belonged to you. You don't obey the Appropriation Act. And you have a contradiction between you and your minister, between you and the National Assembly, between you and all your ministers, because your ministers are coming out to say, not even 1% of my capital vote has been given to me, and nobody's accounting for the money. And you now make yourself a fiscal hangman that wants to hang every hardworking Nigeria under a draconian and complicated self-interested taxation regime, where now people are being taxed for no representation, no performance, no government. So there are many people who were fumbling and bumbling in government in the past. I was very critical of President Goodluck Jonathan. I respect him. He's been very kind to me. But someone like Jonathan should not have been president. He wasn't qualified. He wasn't ready to do the work. So it's not Tinubu that's the only one.
He was weak.
You've had Buhari. Buhari was not even present on this planet.
At all.
He was living in another cuckoo land throughout the time he was there. He wouldn't know what Nigeria looked like if he saw it on the map. But he was there for 8 years. So now, but Tinubu is an organized and scientific destroyer of the system. So he has competencies, but he's using the competencies negatively because he has seen a lot of gap. He knows 3 things. The Nigerian elite are feckless and they're about themselves. Because he's been financing them for some time. He's been seeing them. He knows that these people don't mean anything. They don't stand for anything. So if I confiscate the resources, they will all come to me, and all of them will start following me. He has achieved that. He also knows that political parties are people just looking for a way to be recognized and be compensated one way or the other. They don't have fidelity to their party, and they are not committed to that. So he's managed to make sure that such political parties are decimated. Lastly, he knows that if the Nigerian people are given a sense of fait accompli, they can lose hope and say, well, what can we do? This man is going to be there anyway. Let me just give up. So these are the three reasons why I think that we have not had a president as dangerous as President Tinubu. We've had poorly performing presidents. We've had incompetent presidents. We have presidents that were just not up to the task. But we've not had one that is what the Italian will call capo di tutti, the captain of them all, who is now coming to say, I will carry the entire government into a singularity. I will now make it about myself. And the government will be appropriating my own personal empire.
Is that how you see the Tinubu government?
That is how
Sheung,
they are
how do you
working.
But I mean, how do you then
Sheung, how do you think
defend
it is?
or
Now, not they watch
your
Al
stance?
Jazeera.
At a point, you made a reference as to the fact that the Bola Tinubu government taxes everything. And there are those who will come out to say,
Doesn't he?
that is not actually true. You don't have the fact. If in criticizing this government, and you see some of the policies of this government, it will be good for us to stay on some of these issues that have made up this government as it's formed. For example, the issue of state policing. The government has come to say, the president has said he wants state policing. And there are those who will say, a lot of Nigerians have been asking for state policing. Are you excited by that kind of move? The Attorney General, the new one, has made a move by setting up a committee for state policing. All these is in the bid to solving our security problem. Do you appreciate that effort, for example?
All window dressing. First, let's start with taxation. If you don't join me to raise this alarm,
exactly,
a time is coming when Bola Ahmed Tinubu will be taxing the oxygen you breathe.
Bam!
Because it's taxing everything that you need to survive. It's taxing everything that is happening. There's no sector. You can tell me a sector and I will tell you what he's doing there. So it's taxing everybody to smithereens.
There are those who would disagree. Someone like Taiwo Yedele has said, give me one additional tax that Tinubu had introduced.
Taiwo Yedele is looking for a job.
No, just remember.
And he can't say anything.
Yes.
And for example, the argument of the proponents of this new tax regime is to the fact that it's people-oriented. It's the poor-oriented tax regime that will allow the poor to pay less in taxation and allow those who earn more to pay.
What they are saying,
how then do you say Tinubu is taxing?
What they are saying to you is that the best way to be a barber is to barb your hair only one time, which is to behead you, to cut your head. If your head is gone, your hair will not grow anymore. That's what they are saying. You see, what they are doing is regressive and is dishonest. You pay taxes on everything you need to survive. Even private schools that are meant to complement the failure of expansion of access to public schools are being taxed. There is nothing that promotes your well-being and welfare that is not taxed. What they are saying to you is this, that we will make you so poor that you'll be below our tax bracket. So if I collect all the money in your pocket and you have no money left, I don't need to tax you anymore because I've already robbed you. So I already push you below minimum wage. I push you below survival rate. You cannot pay your house rent with the totality of all your income for the year. You cannot pay your house rent alone. You cannot use whatever your husband's salary or wife's salary to pay your children's school fees. You cannot survive. Your child, who is already 16 years old, is now already a debtor to Tinubu because he's being given a student loan to attend a school that has no laboratory, whose lecturer is on strike, and the session is not on, but the loan continues to count. So, and at the end of the day, they continue to push inflation into the economy while rigging the inflation figures. At the bottom line is that even if they wanted to tax you, you already have debt. There's nothing to tax you about. So what they are now doing is tax the people can employ you. So those people also will not employ you anymore because the small businesses are now in the hook.
Yes.
Taxes are rising. Cost of business, costs are rising because power cost is rising. The amount you bought fuel last month is not the amount you're buying now.
Exactly.
The amount you bought it last week is not the amount you're buying it now. And everything, a bag of cement, which I used to buy for 600 naira, is now 11,000 plus. So iron rod, don't do it anymore. So go on and go on and go on. Then your food is costing you more. Of course, there's a temporary lull in the increment in food pricing. They are selling that as food price coming down. So they're just lying to you. The highest cost in this government is the cost of truth.
Yep.
Because truth has become so expensive that nobody can afford to say it. And what I'm bringing out in all of this is that President Tinubu is a present danger to this democracy.
Bam.
And the earlier the people of Nigeria realize that and come out en masse in the next election and vote not only him out, empty the National Assembly. Let us start afresh.
Yep.
Vote if you say, I don't like Tinubu, but I like the senator representing me, then you are confused. Because the senator is not representing you.
So you want a revolutionary election?
You want an election that empties the plate.
Bam.
Let those who are in National Assembly now come and be outside.
So like Trump said, empty the swamp.
Yes.
Drain the swamp.
Yeah, in this place, you drain the swamp. You also wash the swamp clean.
Exactly.
And then put concrete on top of the swamp so that nobody goes to that swamp anymore.
I'm telling you.
And then you can start building because there are many challenges. As I'm interviewing you now, not less than 10,000 children have been born in Nigeria.
Yep.
And they need water, they need electricity, they need housing, they need education, no investment in that. So you spend your time papering over the problems of the president. President is good at politics. He has A1 in politics. By hiding the F9 he has in governance. So, and I'm focusing on the F9 he has in government. There are some areas of government that President Tinubu doesn't have F9. He has absence, doesn't even show up. So now those are the areas I want Nigeria to focus on. But he's entitled to his politics of survival. He's entitled to make friends. He's entitled to say, I will not solve Nigerian insecurity problem, but I will make friends with the Americans and hire lobbyists to help me, my wife, and my government so that they can exonerate me and not Maduro me. So it is his right. But it's my right to point to the fact that we didn't elect him to come and re-elect himself. We elected him to come and serve. And he said, use only one metric, don't go far. He said, if he could not
provide electricity,
guarantee electricity, nobody should vote for him again. He said it with his own mouth. Twice in this interview, he has failed. Power cut. And as we are doing this interview now, we are running on a diesel generator. So on that basis alone, Tinubu, 2027 should be bye-bye Tinubu. Not only should we not vote for him, he should leave the government and he should go to an island somewhere and go and relax for some time. When he comes back to Nigeria after 8 years, you will see what an SDP government can look like. He can become a tourist to Nigeria.
Why should Nigerians trust you? You seem to be campaigning for the job or asking for the job.
Yes.
What is your CV? Why should they trust you?
Look at me. What is there not to trust in me? I've been consistent in everything that I believed in. I've been in the same political party since I was 19 years old. I've practiced law in Nigeria. I've done business in Nigeria. I've lived in neighborhood. It is your job to search for me, to search my background.
You need to tell Nigerians.
No,
if I'm interviewing you for a job today, if an employer, and I ask you, why should I employ you? It's your duty to be able to convince me that you are deserving of the job. And the Nigerians that are watching you right now, we want to know, why should we even look at
It's very simple. It's very simple. In June 2022, when I went to the MBA conference, other presidential candidates were there. I only asked them a question. You know me. This is the profession in which I have spent 26 years. You know me. You are my guarantors. I don't even need to tell you who I am. You know me. In every aspect of my life, you know me. I practice law in America. You can go and search my background there. If you want to give me 10 hours to sing my own praises, they're not enough. I'm not in government. In my state, you go there, every year, they give me the taxpayer of the year. It's an APC government. Maybe now that I'm talking about it, they will look for another person to give, but they can't because every year I'm the best taxpayer of the year. So what do you want me to do? I can't turn water to wine. I'm not Jesus. But what I can tell you is that I can turn honesty into governance and I can beautify politics. So asking me to speak for myself, of course, I can speak for myself. But what is more reliable is for proper audit of my entire life in all the things I've gotten involved with and my contribution to the country. In addition to that, the principles that we're initiating in the Social Democratic Party are not principles limited to one.
You see, this is where Peter Obi differs greatly from these people. I'm sorry, I have to stop the video so I can say this, right? They ask him, if I were to employ you, right? This is an opportunity for you to sell yourself, right? Instead of selling himself and say, oh, anybody who wants to know anything about me, I'm ready to respond. I'm ready to tell you what I can or cannot do. Do you know how many times Peter Obi has responded to what he has done before, what he has done years back, what he did in the private sector, what he did as governor, what he continues to do? Repetition to the point where when he comes on spaces and he's talking and he's saying it again, people are tired of hearing it because we've heard it so much. You literally have clips of Peter Obi all over. People were pulling it up and everything just from the 2022 up to you have all those even till today. They're asking you, bro, sell yourself. What are you telling the people? The guy, Prince Adebayo, is a very brilliant man. I give it to him. He seems very presidential. I give that to him also. But the question is, do you have the people behind you? Because it's the people that will vote for you. It's the people that will vote for you. So you must be ready to. You are in a competition right now. You have what it takes, like you said, but you're not marketing yourself. The question when they asked you just now, opportunity for you to now market yourself again. You say maybe people go they read. Who get time today? People will not get light for Nigeria and I won't go they do research on you. Is it the people that do not have light? People that don't have water, people that are hustling for daily bread. Now won't come go they look, research you. Where the data to do internet and research? I don't know. Sometimes I think that some of these people in Nigeria that are part of the 1%, they seem detached from the reality on ground. They talk about the realities, but there's a sense of detachment from it. Anyway, let's continue. I just needed to put that in.
Person. These are principles that any reasonable person who implements
I sense that arrogance. I didn't want to say, Tracy, you took that out of me. I sense the arrogance, even in the way that Sean asked him the question. If it was arrogance that made him not respond, he should have. I mean, that's an opportunity for you to sell. Peter Obi was selling to the market woman, to the beggar, to the madman. So they even say madman give an advice when they say they laugh at it today. You must be prepared to consistent. If you don't have the people behind you, how are you going to get the numbers? The man has he has all it takes. The only thing he doesn't have is the humility. From this interview now, from some of the questions, the way you can tell the arrogance. You can't win. You have to put yourself on the ground. This is the problem with a lot of the elites, so-called elites in Nigeria. They don't know how to humble themselves. They don't know how to sell themselves to the people because they've never had to. This is a problem. It's a big problem. And then when people are talking Peter Obi, people will be angry. Why will you be angry? Now who we know? Anyway, let's continue. Great points he has made, Sha. I have to give that to him. He has spoke a lot of facts here and truths.
Objective and directive principle of state policy will be able to achieve. We are not running a government that is idiosyncratic. That was why in the old days of the SDP,
that too, Kene,
when Shehu Musa Yar'Adua was disqualified, MK Abiola was able to come and run on that. Prior to that, people like Olufalaye and all of that had run on the same principle. The important thing is that
they can
get the principles right, and you will get the government right. And that's what the SDP has done. And that's why we look like we are the one with the ideological purifier. And that's why you were asking the other time whether we were a band of saints. No, it's because there is a minimum requirement. That's why when you see the army of many countries marching, they march together because they are marching to a beat. They select them according to certain heights, certain fitness, and when they are marching, they march as one entity.
You love Nigeria.
Certainly.
You are loyal to this country.
That's correct.
You can do anything to help this country.
Anything.
But why are you not willing to work with Bola Tinubu?
Because Bola Tinubu is not Nigeria. Bola Tinubu is in some way anti-Nigeria. And whether he means it to be anti-Nigeria or not, but he's working to make the country weaker and less united.
So wait, what's the catch? That's what most people ask when they hear about SMUD's brand new home battery incentive.
Because getting paid up to $8,000 up front to put a backup battery in your home.
Yesterday, I was at Awolowo's private home at Ikene. And when I was asked to make my contribution, I reminded all the Awoists there that, well, you can be wearing the rimless glasses, you can be putting Awolowo's cap, you can mimic his voice. But what you need to remember is how Awolowo wanted to be remembered. Awolowo said, I would like to be remembered for helping to build a strong and united multi-ethnic state in Nigeria. I would like to be remembered for having laid a basis for an irreversible revolution in education and in provision of social justice. I will not achieve all of these aims, but no Nigerian can ignore the fact that I have laid a basis and a pattern for their achievement. So that is the reason why I'm in politics. So it's not about joining one person or the other. If you are there to work for the Nigerian people, we can work together. But if you are there to perpetuate yourself, and your philosophy is that you are entitled to be in that office because of some personal favors you've done to some people who are involved in politics, and if you believe that, don't bother about the people, don't explain what you are doing to the people, all you need to do is organize yourself with money and power so that you can grab the power, snatch it, and run away with it. There is no way I can work with such a person.
Is it fair to refer to Bola Tinubu as the worst president of Nigeria?
Is
that fair?
One.
In your analysis?
Yes, there are three reasons why he's the worst president. One is the one in charge now when we have the most possible impact of bad governance. We have a very large population now. So if you mismanage the country in 1999, there's less impact than now. Two, he's doing it in a manner that is not just that he's incompetent, flimsy, he's an organized agenda to try to personalize the country and create a Bola Tinubu singularity.
Are you angry because almost all the governors are now in the APC?
No, I don't want them.
That's what you think?
No, I don't.
Singularizing the country.
No, I will explain the singularization of it. But those governors don't mean anything to me because they don't mean anything to their own people. So the magnetizing or the failure to one side.
Exactly.
It works with their failure polarity. I don't worry about that. The issue is that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is disregarding the law. I just gave you an example. He has 3 appropriation bills he signed by himself. He's ignoring all the 3 and running all the 3 simultaneously like a Houdini.
Prince Adebayo.
Yes.
Do you reckon? I mean, and you've been an entrepreneur. If you have bought over a company that is distressed, you know you need reformation. Yes. You know you need to turn things around. Yes. And it might be difficult in the early stage to turn things around. But this is what the Bola Tinubu administration has said, that this country was in a dire situation when they got power, and fixing things and reforming the country is going to bring a lot of distress. I've been
an investment lawyer in many countries, and I can tell you, there are many motives for buying a company that is in distress. Sometimes you buy the company to strip the asset.
Bam.
To make the case of that business worse. Mm-hmm. So you buy it for cheap and you now sell all its assets. And you can see that many of the companies that were privatized in Nigeria People have taken their best assets. Nitel, Nigeria Airways, many of them, NEPA, they didn't revive them. They took over them, took the best assets for themselves, and left the public with the debt.
Yep.
That's number one. Number two, a doctor who took over a sick patient. If the aim is for the patient to die so that he can inherit the property, that's a different doctor. And that's what he is proving to be. He's worsening the case of Nigeria. He's applying dangerous methodology for the patient, even though the patient's problem is just to put the patient to sleep for a few hours, get an analgesic, improve their nutrition. But what he's doing is saying that you have a bad haircut, so let me decapitate you, cut your head off, in order to solve the problem of bad haircut. So President Tinubu, I don't have anything against him in person. I don't know him in person. He has not offended me in any way. But the way he's running the country, there are three clear things you need to understand. Your laws don't matter.
Bam.
He does whatever he likes.
Yep.
If it works for him politically. That's it. Even laws bills he signed into law by himself, he ignores them.
Yep.
That's number one. Number two, don't mention accountability.
Bam.
Don't come to him to mention accountability.
Bam.
No. He wants to, and he has succeeded in making sure that he emasculates the other arms of government that are meant to make him accountable. Thirdly, he does not want the good health of an opposition.
Bam.
He does not want a healthy democracy where every political party, even the one that has a 1% chance, leave it with them, let them run themselves. They have the plurality of opinion. If the President Tinubu just listen to many of my suggestions and tapes, and if he goes to read the manifesto of the SDP, which he used to have with him in the past, if he reads that, because he used, in his innocent days, used to be a member of the party, and he was trying to kowtow what the party wanted, but he's now gotten to a point where he is bigger than his own party. He dictates what goes on there. In the SDP, no matter how big you are, you can't be bigger than the party. You have to follow the process. Even the few members we have in the National Assembly and the other House of Assembly, they know that we hold their hand and make sure that whatever they do there is in consonant with what the party believes in and promises the people of Nigeria.
So you don't give credit to this Tinubu government at all for anything?
No, sure.
Well, the only credit I can give to him is keeping himself alive.
They don't take life.
Despite the troubles that he's personally faced.
They
And
don't
not
take
giving the
life.
country tragedy. But beyond his
Kenny,
keeping
welcome.
himself alive,
Long time.
he hasn't done anything for the country. And it's unfortunate that trillions of public money has been passing through their hands, and these trillions of public money hasn't reflected in the welfare of the people. Even the local government where he comes from, their life is not better, is worse. The state where he comes from, their life is not better, is worse. The region where he comes from, or zone, their life is not better, is worse. You needed to go and play the tape of what happened at Ikene Awolowo Foundation. The president was the overall head of honor, whatever title, and he sent a senior member of his government to come and speak. After I spoke, he spoke, and the people were yelling at them, "Why are you lying to us? Go and play the tape. There's a live streaming of it." And they were saying, "Liar, why are you lying?" You know, because he was just there telling them the government has done this and done that, and the people don't see it. Why? Because even in Efunyela Hall, where we are doing the Awolowo Memorial, we have standby generators keeping us working there. And the roads to that place wasn't good. And nothing about what he's done in government is reflecting in the life of the people who came from different walks of life to gather there.
And this is how I'd like us to wrap up. Do you have the feeling that this election might be free and fair?
This election have to be free and fair. We have no alternative. They may not want it to be free and fair, but we will make it free and fair. The first thing is that we must make the Nigerian people to be interested in it, to know that elections are not the ceremonial coronation of people who are in politics.
Exactly.
It's for the people to dissolve the government and put a new one. And it is for the people to come. It will be free, fair, and credible when 75% to 80% of the voters show up. But if you are showing up at 7%, 8%, single digit, you can't guarantee that. That's why we are reaching the people. Don't let anybody discourage you. Even if they go and collect a law from Adolf Hitler to conduct this election, we will vote them out.
All right.
And I will come back to your studio and you'll be seeing where you will be putting the byline, former President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And most of the ragamuffins who are in National Assembly today, you will see them no more.
I
We will
like
vote
the
each
description.
and every one of them out.
Ragamuffins.
Just before we close, I'm curious though about the situation with respect to former governor of Kaduna, Sir Nasir El-Rufai, who joined your party SDP in 2024, but there are reports about his expulsion in
2025.
And you have said that the party cannot be captured by individuals and party is bigger than individuals. What exactly happened with former Governor El-Rufai and the SDP?
Well, what I can recollect, it's over now, was that right from the beginning, his ward complained that they saw him on TV saying he had joined the SDP. He sent a tweet out. I myself congratulated him. So the first thing they did was to descend on me to say, how did you know that he's a member of your party? Why are you congratulating him for joining the party? We in the world, we have not seen him.
Creators, I'm telling you.
And then later, the local government said the same thing. Then the state chapter went on air to say he wasn't a member of the party, he did not come to join. And then the national investigator found out that somehow he got the cards for himself, registered himself, created a different register. And the party thought that, okay, they will, in any case, reconcile and ask him to go back to his ward and do the proper thing. In the course of that, he started meeting with the national leadership of the party, and he started making pronouncements on their behalf, which probably they cautioned him, and he didn't want to listen to them. And then they discovered also that he was trying to get lower level officers in the party to assume position that they didn't assume, because I think he couldn't get national officers to align with him on some issues, including, for example, whether to admit all these so-called coalition people into the party without proper screening, without them accounting for their own past contribution to the problems, without them even understanding and subscribing to the tenets of the party and so on and so forth. And when, according to the national officers, they warned him to desist from that, he just went, maybe he thought he was still in PDP or APC or something like that. He just went and said, and then the thing happened, and then they expelled him, I think for 30 years or 35 years, whichever number.
So is your view that he wanted to come and hijack the party?
I don't think he could hijack the party, but I thought that I have sympathy for him that he did not know much about the SDP. Even though he was experienced in being in government, being a minister, he's not really been a party that had discipline before. So, there's some political parties, if you come there in Land Cruisers and you promise to give them $, you give them millions, I call them billions, they will listen to you. In the SDP, even the person who is riding a bicycle is not going to bow to you if you are violating the rule of the party.
That's
so
true.
it was
right,
kind of in a culture shock.
Right.
Maybe if the party had counseled him more, trained him more about democracy, take him through. I'm not a member of the working committee, but if I was, I probably would take him for rehabilitation to kind of rehabilitate him to know that he is not a Democrat. He doesn't know anything about political party system. He's just somebody that they saw and put in government without contesting for anything. And since then, he's been at the top. He's never worked in a party like me. He's never pasted posters, worked at the world level, done anything. I ran for president under the SDP. Then when I go to my Ward 9 in Ondo, the ward chairman will ask me to sit down. I will sit down in a small chair. They'll be doing ward discussion there. If I raise up my hand, they may pick me, they may not pick me. But I know that at the ward level, I'm a nobody.
Frustrated with the way you currently file your taxes? What if you could track your tax expert's progress and
do you think the opposition is saying that there is a witch hunt of some of the element in the ADC, the prosecution and trial of former AGF Malami, the trial of Nasir El-Rufai? All of these are being termed as selective prosecution. Is that your view as a lawyer?
What I know as a lawyer is that, number one, when the matter is pending in court, the lawyer doesn't comment on it, not because of the people involved, because of the respect for the judiciary. Secondly, in a democracy, if somebody takes you to court, you have a right to defend yourself there. You have an opportunity. So if you are innocent and somebody takes you to court, that person has made your day.
Kene, you know, Sheon is on a fishing
Because
expedition.
now you have an opportunity to openly say your own side of the story.
They probably sent
But
him
if you are
at
being
last
locked up
minute.
without trial, you are being harassed all over the place, that is wrong. But if you are taken to court, you have a right to defend yourself, and you are presumed to be innocent anyway. So what do you have to lose? And it's not only, even in our party, there are one or two of our national officers that have cases in court, and we don't comment on it. We ask them to go and defend themselves. And as the case is going on, it's becoming clear to everybody that, oh, this person is just being harassed because
So you don't think this is Malami and El-Rufai cases are witch hunt?
I don't know, but all I know is that Nigerians, if you want to be a leader, you cannot shy away from being held accountable.
Bam.
If you are in a position where you are vulnerable to being held accountable and you are afraid that somebody will take you to court, then you cannot be in politics.
Yep.
Because every Nigerian who is on the street can be arrested by the police and taken to court. Thousands are being taken to court every day. And if you as the leader are too sensitive, too fragile to be taken to court in your own country, where you have the right to say not guilty, let them prove the point. Why are you now? No. It's a country of rule of law.
I'm telling you, Mike,
can be taken to court, and I can tell you, I don't want to comment on Malami, but if anybody
this man can say
has been Attorney General
likes.
before, that means that person has prosecuted a lot of people.
Yeah, he has the right to be
So
arrogant.
if you could prosecute people, you should also be prosecuted.
Right.
So the person who is Fagbemi, who is Attorney General now, Lateef Fagbemi, he knows that if the past two Attorneys General, Adoke was charged to court, Malami was charged to court, it goes logically that each one day could be charged to court. And anybody who is in government, from President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to Senate President Akpabio to the Vice President Shetima to Speaker Abbas, to everybody who is, including me, anybody who is on the face of this Nigerian earth can be taken to court, and you have to account for your action, account for your statement, account for everything you do, and don't bring that into politics. Make sure you face your music, and where you are not guilty, the court will say you're not guilty.
Right.
Where you are guilty, you pay for it. And if you believe that you are guilty, it's better to go to court and plead guilty, and let this person take it. Anywhere in the world, Netanyahu, who is the Prime Minister of Israel, has cases against him in court. He's been tried. Donald Trump was indicted 84 times. So where the law works, Ramaphosa of South Africa has cases against him. And Zuma, who was before him, was sent to prison. So why are we, if we want to have rule of law, it can happen to opposition, it can happen to people in government. There's no, I don't condone any of that.
Prince Adewale Adebayo, thank you so much indeed for your time today.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Thank you, and God bless Nigeria.
God bless Nigeria.
Hey, interesting. I like his take. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of the things he said actually resonates. I agree with him to a large extent. I really do. But one thing, he's very presidential. I'm not even going to. He has what you can tell that he has a personality. However, the question now is, does he have the organic support? That's the question. Because it's all about the people. Who's going to come out and fight? Who's going to come out and say, no, it is you we're voting for? Who's going to come out and be pushing for support for you? That's very important. So you might have all these qualities and you don't have the support of the people is problematic, unless you want to rig yourself in, which, you have Bala Blue there already. So that's the only thing. But I mean, having said that, the man fits the bill. I mean, I can't take it away from him at all. Right? Yes, I didn't like the part where when they asked him about, tell us about you, and he's like, people should go and read. Nah, that's not, I don't support that at all. You want to come and serve the people. You can't have that arrogant attitude. You are trying to serve the people. I'm sorry. We're trying to change things around. We're tired of arrogance. Nigeria is full of arrogant politicians. Do we need additional arrogant politicians? I don't think we do. Do you understand? I don't think we do. And I've not seen him has he visited the IDP camps? Do you understand? Has he visited the IDP camps? Has he spoken to people? Has he visited the higher institutions in Nigeria to see what the need is? Has he gone to the market to go and find out the prices of the goods in the market? Does he understand the pain of the average Nigerian? Right? Where does he live? You understand? How effective, how well do they know him in his town or his village? Who knows him in his village? What has he done for his people? How has he impacted his people? Do you understand? If I go to his village, if I ask of him, are they going to show me the impact he has made on his people? Now, in Ondo now, they're kidnapping people and buying. What has he said about that? Do you understand? So, I don't know. For me, there's a lot of work or more work for him to do. Does he get it? Yes. Does he understand the Tinubu government? Yes. A lot of what he said, I mostly agree with it. Mostly, I have to say. Does he have what it takes? I don't have doubts, right? But show us, what are your precedents? What are you president? What are you doing? How are you moving? How well do you know Nigeria? Have you been to my village? You want to be a Nigerian president? Have you been to the length and breadth of Nigeria? Do you know what every part of Nigeria needs? Do you understand that what the common man is looking for? I hate to use that word, common man. I beg. I retract that word. No, do you understand what the farmer in the in the southeast needs, and in the north, the core north, the middle belt? Do you know what they need? Have you been to those IDP camps to find out what they need? They are all Nigerians. So it's not to wear nice clothes, smell nice, and come and sit down and tell us, roll out all the problems you think that this government has, without you showing any working on your own. That's my thought, right? But did he say most of what I agree with? Yes, he did. But I don't see workings on the ground. I haven't seen him walking around, traveling by road to get a feel of how the road is like. Traveling from where he lives. I'm assuming he lives in Ondo. Travel from Ondo State to go on Ishagamu Road, going to Benin, going to the other parts. Feel it. And say, Omo, these roads are not good. Has he done that? I don't see these people. There's no workings. This is social media era. Show workings. Not be to speak English. Show workings. Have you shown workings? And na the yardstick one that take dey hold all of them now. Michael, who other person don match PO work rate? Now the work rate, Peter Obi is the unit for measuring right now, but you don't know. We don't test the unit of measurement. You want me to go back to what I did not know before? No, I can't. So PO to me is the mark. So if you never reach, you want to run for president, you are running with a man who has combed the entire length and breadth of Nigeria. He visited Banjul recently. See as they hail and like saying Nigeria. They even give a key of Gambia. You know what it is for people to give you the key of their country? Do you understand? So, hey, I'm not saying it has to be perfect like Peter Obi. Please, don't get me wrong. But Peter Obi don't set the standard high. So if you're going to run in a time when Peter Obi is running, you know you have real competition. What do? You do it in your own way. But let people say, man, this guy work rate or more, forget this guy don't become PO he don't become threat to. None of them don't fit pull him off. So you cannot take me from where Peter Obi don't show me how it be. Then I can't go. You went. Be say you know. If I tell you my name now, you feel not if you pronounce it. You feel not even know where I come from Nigeria. You feel think say I'm from the east. Do you understand? So all those things matter to me right now. Our eyes are open. Abi your eye never open with everything when it don't happen. So my own eye don't open. Go reach back. So if you're coming to run for presidency, hey, show workings. Exactly. That's the PO has. If PO was not running, assuming let's say PO was president and it's just his own term is coming, he don't finish. People are now coming. It is PO that we are using to measure because he has set the pace. He has set the standard. He's the SI unit for measuring leadership in Nigeria. Take it to the bank. Babe, iri no. So anyway, I beg go. But I mean, his interview, I appreciate it. Sorry, I don't write comment plenty. Yeah, Shehu said he was done, but he gossip. Shehu not learn work properly. Any Nigeria go scatter if PO begin call the degenerate. I'm telling you, now they draw the line with PO. When PO talk, they draw the line. Abeg mo na me like abeg. The likes are very low. Abeg mo na me like the show. Shehu na just mouthpiece for Tinubu. Him na agbado ronukus. Has he traveled outside Southwest? Great question. These are questions that need to be asked. If you have traveled, show us video. Let's see where you have been. Not be today Southwest, they shout, oh, how do you know the problem of the regular person on the street where in the South? Do you know the ordinary problem of the person in the Southeast? Do you know the ordinary everyday problem of the person in the Middle Belt, in the North? Have you been to the hot zones? Have you visited the IDP camps? I mean, come on. You want to run for president? Yeah, you have all the answers. You understand the problem, but show workings. It's like someone in Abga running for president. Thank you. Because SDP is mainly a Southwest party. So you are in Abga. You want to run for presidency. What do you know about my village? What do you know about my village? What do you know about where I come from? Do you even know the land? Do you know the people there? Do you know the traditional leaders there? I beg you, please. Is PR team have a lot of work. Yeah, exactly. They have a lot of Prince Adebayo. Yes, they have a lot of work to do. You want to run when Peter Obi is running, you better show workings. Let there be competition. Let the people be saying, Omo, you get one guy where they match PO for work ethics. So forget that thing. The guy they show workings. Let him. You go dey sweet us. You dey come. You know you are looking nice. You look presidential. You seem to have a grasp of the problem at the upper echelon. But do you know the problem of the regular guy? Don't be telling me go and read about you. Who are you? Use your mouth to sell your market. Tell me who you are. When I ask you, should open your eye. Tell me exactly who you are. If that's what you want to go and tell the market woman, when you go that selling pepper and tomatoes, when the woman say, who are you? You say, go and read about me. I beg. So, you should give him ministerial job. He is suitable for it, I hate me too. I don't like it myself. For the mass, I don't like. I have to. When you're talking, you're trying to use a Niger way of talking. You can't help but slip in masses and the rest. I have to intentionally remind myself. Now, Michael, which one may I do? Now, be the SI unit for measuring leadership right now. Una they laugh. I beg go your village. Blo is on the lookout. Una never hear Okpe blo blo. Una never hear Okpe blo blo say no one see anybody. Egogo that they call the guy. Apparently, they say the Egogo is not from Edo State too. That boy when they follow, they shout the best governor. Where is he from? Michael, do you know where he's from? They say the Egogo not be from Edo State. So where Okpe blo blo carry that man come from? When they cause confusion, the man was on video. I think I'm going to play it for you guys, where he was saying that they don't want anybody's picture in the state apart from Tulumbu, like really threatening people. Like they see anybody's any other person's campaign pictures or whatever, it's going to be problem. Yeah, he has presence, and you can't take that away, but he needs to do more. There's a lot of work. He needs to put his hands, dig his heels in, and get his hands dirty. By working, he needs to work his way up. P.O. an exceptional human being, extraordinary politician of our time. As it stands, as at today, yes. It too much. Yeah, it too show workings. I'm telling you, it does them in months. So this is in a matter of months. So in a matter of months, PO does them. I beg roll out more qualifications. PO is the standard for to be measured against. Yeah, any exactly. Eh? PO is the SI unit now of measurement. Yeah. It needs to be clocked. Una no where. Una no dey use Gen Z lingo. I see you, Tracy. Clock it. Oh my God. Pio is he's dope, man. The Nigerians are saying he has spent more money on health. Yes, he has. And education. I'm sure if you go and if you go and add up all the money he has given to education itself, it go surpass what government don't give. Eh? That in 2023. Do you understand? Hey, Gawalele, welcome. Oh. See how you gingered them for the chairmanship of our local ward. Competition loading. I'm telling you. Welcome. Oh. Leaders under the mango tree. Yeah. Very soon that show will happen. When we get that new Nigeria, it will be leaders talk under the mango tree. Go they gossip about politicians. Yeah, welcome. Olodo governor 563 547 likes to be under the spotlight. Don't mind him. Minister of Health said he only got 39 million. Can you imagine that? I heard that and I was like, wow. I have a couple more videos for you guys. Oh my God, it's getting dark. Okay, I'm gonna put on my light, but let me get these videos rolling really quickly. All right. Mo Nasio, CCTV footage of Boko Haram members as they were advancing Konduga military base in Borno State. The military men there saw them on CCTV camera and requested for air support, but they didn't get any support. The military base was burned to the ground. Okay, let's listen.
What you see right here is a CCTV when Boko Haram members were advancing Konduga military base in Borno State. Now, the military men there saw them on CCTV. They requested for air support, emergency air strike, emergency air support to eliminate them because there were many. They landed in troops, in groups. There were plenty. Even from the guys that were viewing the CCTV, they were talking to themselves. There are about 200. There were many, plenty groups, different groups. They requested for emergency air support. Guess what? They did not get any support. They did not get any support. That military base was burnt down. It was burnt down. They lost lives. It's in Nigeria. In the same Nigeria. But then when people say Nigeria is actually federal government of bandits, I think is the correct word, because what other explanation do you want to give to this? How do you explain it? You want to tell me that all the military generals, the governments, they are not aware of what is going on? I think they know what is going on and they know how to solve it if they want to solve it. But then it's like a workshop. It's like a business, to be honest. It's like a business, because if they stop it, how are they going to get fund for conflict? You don't know they are paid for this conflict that is going on. You don't know there is a fund that is being given. It's a shame. I say again, those that are still joining the military and those that are there already, I cannot thank you people enough. God bless you people for your services. Safeguard your life. Safeguard your life.
They want to hide it. The Nigerian army want to hide it. The Nigerian Air Force want to hide it. The federal government of bandit media want to hide it. But you know the story. I always tell you guys, I got your back. Even they hide them, and they bring them out. Yesterday, being the 3rd of March 2026, the Nigerian army were attacked at Ngoshi. Ngoshi, they under Goza local government area of Niger State. These guys attacked the military there. What can I tell you now? Fact. This attack happened around 6:45 p.m. From that time till night, nobody sleep around that area. Go do verification. Go and do verification. Yesterday yesterday I never given a report we reach. We did very, very, very annoying like this one happened yesterday. These guys, they unalive 5 soldiers yesterday. Not just say they unalive these 5 soldiers. They cut their head, like they remove the soldier's head, carry and go. They come out the head of the soldier, carry the head, go. During this fight, as they attack this army from Ngoshedia, during that attack, fighter jets come. Fighter jets come to support the Nigerian land soldier. But the fighter jet can't go do Barazana walk where they want to hide. They want to hide it. Fighter jet come do Barazana walk. He's gonna release bomb without even see. I don't know what will happen. Whether it is in a Boko Haram, whether it is in a ISWAP, he release bomb where now civilians they more affected. The civilians and the army. The bomb where the fighter jet release as a support to the land soldier to attack ISWAP. Now on top of civilians' head and Nigerian soldiers' head, they want to hide it. They want to hide it. Fighter jet that came, the bomb that fighter jet released yesterday was on top of Nigerian, the Nigerians, the civilians, and the Nigerian army. I said yesterday, hospital for Goza full. Go do verification. Hospital full. Hospital they filled up with injured civilians and Nigerian soldiers, but they want to hide them. The federal government of bandits want to hide it. The Air Force want to hide them. The army want to hide them. But now, as far as they concerned, as in they hide them, and they bring them out. Lakurawa, they kill Nigerians. ISWAP, they kill Nigerians. Boko Haram, they kill Nigerians. Bandits, they kill Nigerians. JNIM fighters, they kill Nigerians. Air Force, they kill Nigerians. Air Force, they kill. They go do verification. Barazana, Air Force come do. Barazana walk. Barazana, Hausa call him Barazana. He go drop the bomb. We go on top of Nigeria and the head and the civilians' head. I say go do findings now. Go do findings. This one happened yesterday, the 3rd. These guys remove the head of soldier, carry the head, go. When I told you guys, and they tell us every day, I say we there for war. As it stands now, Nigeria, we there for full-blown war. And the worst part of it, we say, these people, they are gaining more ground. Now be the fear when I get, they are gaining more ground. Nigerians, now is the time for us to collectively put hands together and fight these people. We need to stand and defend. If we truly love this nation, stand and defend this nation. Because as you can see, the federal government of bandit, they play politics with the life of the soldiers. They're even playing politics with the life of the soldiers. Play politics with the life of their own citizen. Because right now, we don't stay vulnerable to this guy's attack. We're not protected by the federal government. We are not protected by the federal government of bandits. We are not protected. Even the militaries, when they do all those things, if they buy gold, nothing. If they buy on top of say that they defend Islam, nothing for them. You don't see nothing for them. So you don't see say we there for war. In every angle we are, and we're vulnerable because we don't get shield right now. There's no shield. There's not. The government is not our shield because the government are not protecting us. They don't leave us to ourselves to do this thing by ourselves. So collectively, Nigerians, let us come together like this. Stand together and say, enough is enough to this terrorism. Let us stand up, fight back. If not, Bro, that place where she down, if you say, go reach you, concern you, it go concern you, it go later concern you. Today, I saw one video of one lady saying that they attacked Buhari. They came to the Buhari here, Buhari Council. In Abuja here, was attacked. Buhari. I've been a Pazza, I've been a Pizza, don't know. PAZ, it was attacked. And 6 persons were kidnapped, including a pastor and his 4 children. Tomorrow, if we don't do something now, tomorrow, it will consign us. You know the story. And then they hide them. I will bring them out.
Okay. Let me see. Yeah, Walele, you dey say make Kene keep Alakija gate open for you hunger day. Ye be like say you don't know it dey happen. Word on the streets. Kene don't open up your position to Michael. I don't know if Michael has talked to you about it. Kene has opened up your position. You say because you know they work, they do as you're supposed to do. So I just say make I let you know. So they say may you open gate. May not go tell you say yeah, true go open gate. May you reach there, the key don't change. I say make I tell you. May you not say I not do anything for you. Okay. Kene they say use sat is gate. Okay. All right. I've said what I said. Tinubu is just a mouth-order Democrat. Yeah, if it was actually a great interview. Honestly, it was. Yeah, thank you, Ify. Please let me tell them to like. Arise and channels not showing. They are not. But this guy was on News Central. I'm going to bring that interview. He was on News Central. I'm happy that they gave him that opportunity to speak because the guy has a lot of information and he needs to be protected, though. People were dragging him that why is he not talking about what's happening in other parts of the country. The guy say nothing take grow. Now nothing sabi. Now where he take grow, now where he sabi go talk about now. Make you talk about your own side. He kukuma talk for the video. Talk about your own side. What's happening there? Tinubu and others funding terrorism are actively trying to replace the Nigerian military with terrorists. Absolutely. Absolute, especially for the coming election. Absolute 100%. You say Tracy na sachet water, babe. Just like Mehdi Hassan said to Boala, it seems your efforts only drop bombs on innocent citizens. Did it not happen again? Yep. Hey. Guy, go and join your city boys. We be village people for here. We are in the village members. We are village members here. It's an active depopulation agenda. I'm telling you, word. That's fact right there. You're right. The one that they are taking out indigenous military, it is intentional. It's all for election. When I go shock, what it go happen for 2027. This man has declared war on Nigerians, and Nigerians are still sleeping. That's the sad part. They are slowly waking up, though. They're slowly waking up. Kene, you want to deny? You say they push rumor. Okay. All right. Okay. I buy gala na Ghanaian dey inside. Now family matter. He like to shake you up. Okay. All right. I hear you. I say me, may not be like say I no talk. Tell me say they carry rumor now. All right. Anyway, let's move on. Nice one, guys. Nice one, guys. Okay. Now, here is this news. This one are APC chairman. This is from Idan. Sad breaking news. Mr. Joseph Kayode, a man who proudly represented himself as a loyal supporter of President Tinubu's administration, has reportedly been abducted. His family is now crying out to the government to help while struggling to raise 100 million for his release. This man right here is an APC chairman. See him. Now be this, I'm 100% committed to the re-election of President Tinubu. They don't kidnap him. Okay? Then this person now wrote, Lady Cyrene or whatever. Good morning, everyone. The most unfortunate thing happened to my family and I yesterday. Her dad got kidnapped and he was shot as well. The man has been shot. Please, they are trying to raise 100 million naira. I want them to release her dad so that they can take care of him. Hey, this government will favor you and your family. It's favoring it now. Now, this is what's happening here. Borno children forced into terrorism with guns and uniforms. So the people, when the soldiers, when they buy, they give the uniforms so children may they wear. Okay? The army camouflage may they wear. And of course, they're oversized uniforms, right? Belonging to fallen soldiers. The children were seen performing military drills and guns in Borno. Meanwhile, the rest of Nigeria is crawling. These people are training their children. Oh, expert linked this to Boko Haram recruitment and the Amalgiri streets child system. Some boys appear as young as 9, standing alongside armed militants. Watch.
Let's begin what's trending. As Nigeria grapples with one stage in periods of insecurity in its history, with soldiers being killed, women and children abducted, and communities razed to the ground across the Northeast, a new and disturbing video has emerged on social media that takes the horror to a whole new level. The footage shows what appears to be dozens of children and young teenagers dressed in Nigerian Army camouflage uniforms, helmets, and boots, performing military drills. The young recruits, many in oversized, ill-fitting uniforms, are lined up in formation. The post sharing the video alleges the uniforms belong to slain Nigerian soldiers. This is heartbreaking to see. These are children dressed in uniforms, reportedly belonging to Nigerian soldiers, presumably killed in battle. This image alone should shake every Nigerian to their core. Commentators have linked the footage to Boko Haram's long-documented practice of forcibly recruiting children, with some pointing to the Al-Majirinsi street child system in northern Nigeria as a key recruitment tool for terrorist groups. Well, research shows the children in the video are from the Ngoshe axis of Goza local government area of Borno State, which recently saw the kidnapping of 100 women and children. Well, Borno State Commissioner for Women Affairs, Zuwaria Gambo, has stated that these may well be children abducted during the state's recent attacks. Young boys torn from their families, stripped from their innocence, and handed the uniforms of fallen Nigerian soldiers. This is not just a security crisis. It is a humanitarian catastrophe unfolding in plain sight, a stark reminder that the fight against insurgency in the Northeast is far from over. We also saw a troubling video last week showing a group of young boys wielding large guns slung across their backs. The video shared on X shows the children standing alongside suspected terrorists in full military gear, with the boys appearing as young as 9 or 10 years old. The footage has shocked many Nigerians on social media, raising serious questions about how these weapons were obtained and what children so young are doing in the company of armed militants.
The slogan by UNICEF, articulated specifically at a major event in 2014, is children, not soldiers.
Yes.
That these are children, and that was in response to what has been observed in places like Afghanistan, Sudan, South Sudan, Somalia, Liberia, Mozambique, where children are used. Specifically, these are children under 18. UNICEF definition is that, children who are under 18 are not supposed to be involved in two activities in the sense in which they are recruited: combat and support services. And that when you do that, you rob them of their childhood, you also expose them to danger, including rape, because some of these child soldiers, they are female. So, but the job of UNICEF is in terms of rehabilitation and reintegration into society. The protocol for the prevention of children's involvement in armed combat of the year 2007 says categorically that if you use children in direct combat or support services, it is a violation of international humanitarian law. And that's why you have groups like the Child Soldiers International, whose campaign, established in 1998, whose campaign is to make sure that this kind of thing does not happen. Specifically as for the children in northern Nigeria. This is the tragedy of Nigeria. These children, clearly under 18, are supposed to be in school.
Supposed to be in school.
They are not supposed to be children that are recruited, by terrorists. They are children that should be mobilized and their parents supported to put them in school so that they will be useful to the future of Nigeria. Once upon a time when we were growing up in this country, they will say for their tomorrow, we gave our today. These children who are now involved in combat, we have mortgaged their future.
Una see am, abi una no see am. This is what's going on. And while people are sitting in their air-conditioned office, nobody's raising the alarm now. Anyway, this is Peter Obio in Gambia.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency. There is a word there that captured my attention and I believe the attention of so many of us here. There is indeed an Africa where the child of nobody would become somebody without knowing anybody. In every sector that you know of, you must know somebody before that door can be opened. So it's high time that we change that narrative. But that will be implemented. And therefore, we must also make sure that women are involved. Like the team says, give to them. And when you give a woman the answer, obviously, she will multiply, not just for herself, but for the whole nation. So therefore, we must change this action, and we must rethink, and we must make sure that women are involved in every department and in every sector of governance in this country and also in Africa as well. Ladies and gentlemen, we would now like to do the presentation of gifts and certificates of awards. First, we'd like to Miss Abigail Marshall, all the way from Leeds, to receive her award and certificate of appreciation.
See how excited they were? Excited. This man is the hope of all of African youths. So I beg you, if you're coming to run for presidency in Nigeria, better ready. Now, see, the This is Ondo residents. This is not where the Prince Adebayo is from. Ondo residents block highway in protest against spying and kidnapping. See them. We don't know what the outcome of that was. Maiduguri is encircled, besieged. Military strategist warns of possible Boko Haram overrun. Predicts chaos in Borno. Farms in Bayelsa are currently destroyed by herders. I'm exhausted calling on Governor Ediri and the Bayelsa state government to intervene. They have finished one of my farms. I need help. This is Enibo Albert from Bayelsa. See, they don't finish her farm. See, person go spend money.
Dear Biosans,
Eh?
my name is.
Person go spend money.
I'm a Biosan. And I know this is not the first time or maybe the second time you have seen me on your timeline, but I'm here again. You know, the last time they said I was screaming, I was shouting, I was insulting and whatnot. Right now I'm weak. I don't even know what to do. I don't know if I should scream, I should cry, I should I don't know, because this pain is something that I cannot explain. For those of you that were saying I was screaming, I was shouting, maybe I should just drop my account number, because in fact I think I should drop it on this video, because maybe you will feed me for the rest of the year and next year, something like that, because the destruction that these haters have caused right now is worse than I've ever seen. They've leveled, they've finished everything. I don't know, maybe you should help me call the government, because maybe the government, they don't, I don't know. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what to do, but I just want to let you know that they finished everything that I have. Farming is my only source of livelihood. I don't have anything else that I'm doing. Maybe I didn't mention it. Today is the 10th of March, 2026. They finished everything. They came back and finished everything. Farming is my only source of livelihood. I don't have a job. There's no job. There's nothing. This is my only source of livelihood. And government cannot protect it. Government has failed me. Has failed countless of farmers in Yenegua. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. Dear Governor Doyediri, the Commissioner for Agriculture, the Commissioner for Environment, the Attorney General, the Chief Justice, everybody. Commissioner for Police. I don't know what else. I don't know who else to meet up. Yesterday, which is the 9th of March, I did not even know. From my previous instructions, I sent a petition to your office. Please help me check. I didn't even know that I will get a call today that everything is finished. I don't know where to go from here. I don't know what else to do. Maybe some of you have suggestions. You know what to do. Maybe you have a job to give me that can pay me at least ₦1 million every month. I don't know. But dear media, Bayelsa State Media and the rest, help me. Help me. I don't know anybody to meet though. I'm tired. I'm honestly exhausted. I'm exhausted. Dear government, I'm tired. I'm tired. My farm has been totally destroyed. There is nothing left for me. This particular farm has been destroyed. There is nothing left for me. I'm going to put it there. Nothing. Right now, I've invested everything I had on this farming and they've taken everything. So maybe I'll just come to government house and sleep there so that you guys will continue feeding me, because you just feed me throughout maybe till next year harvest season, because nothing left. Nothing.
This is sad. I no go lie. Imagine how much money she would have put into that farming, only for her to lose everything to cows. This is very sad. I don't know when Nigerians everywhere, Nigerians everywhere should flood their streets. If they flood their street, you know that your government, they can't do anything anymore. They can't function. It's selfishness that is killing a lot of Nigerians. It's selfishness. It no concern me. It's not affecting me. It's not in my area. It's not touching me. It's not touching my family. I have all the security. I have CCTV. I have this. I have that. I better pass my neighbor generator. I get solar when better pass my neighbor. That is what is killing Nigerians. If every Nigerian all over Nigeria rise, everybody march to their government house, your government go run. If everybody wake up say, okay, all of us, we are marching, Abuja people rise, Lagosians, so they like to party more than anything else, they rise for once in their life, every state rises, your government will run. They will take the nearest jet and jet out of the country. Anyway, we are getting there slowly. We get there.
I want to respond to subscribers. You're welcome back again. This is BVI channel. I will tell you undiluted truth. I want to respond to Tinubu, who came out to provoke Nigerians once again with his fake promise to deluded minds that give him listening ears. But before I respond, listen to him.
I want to thank you for the faith you have in our president. And I guarantee you, President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu will not fail. Nigeria, the hope that we've been looking for and hoping for is here. The president that we've all wanted is here. I guarantee you.
You can imagine.
That's an old video.
Tinubu, you are telling Nigerians that your father will not fail, that the hope they are hoping for is here. After 3 years in power, you are still promising that you will not fail. When Nigerians have seen clearly that you have failed monumentally, you and your father and his bandwagon of political class, the people will consider political bandits who snatched it, ran away with it, and could do nothing about it.
Political power is not going to be served in a restaurant. It's not served in a la carte. It's what we are doing. It's being determined to do it at all costs. Fight for it. Grab it. Snatch it.
Yes, sir.
And run with it.
Yes, what have improved? I guess you are talking about the hopeless situation Nigerians are facing today. How much is dollar when your father took over? How much is dollar today? How much is petroleum products when your father took over? Just because of Iran war, the prices are hitting the rooftop. What about the refineries that your father promised and lied to Nigerians that Warri and Port Harcourt refineries are in place after billions have been spent?
I'm telling you, he lied about that Warri refinery.
I want to respond to you, Mr. Son of the President, who do not feel the pulse of the people. I don't blame you. I blame Nigerians that listen to the gibberish you are gushing out. I blame them. Because if that is not so, you wouldn't have space to walk on the street in Nigeria. Because you don't feel the pain of Nigerians. What has improved? The hospital? Your father is still going abroad for medical treatment, if you don't know. If everything have improved, if anything have you improved under your father's government, why is he still traveling abroad for medical treatment, including you and your family, your entire family? What has improved? Can you travel from Kaduna to Abuja on road Can you travel from Abuja to Lagos on the road? We're not talking about the motorcade of security protocols you are driving around with because of insecurity. What has improved? Sheyi Tinubu. Nigerians are asking you, what has improved?
Let's move on. This is an old video, but I guess to get a take. Yeah, somebody else responded. I'm going to get to that video. Let me see. This is...
Sorry. Good evening, churches. If it be like I want to trouble, I'm going to choke. I just want to ask a question because I'm seeing so many. Sorry. Goats, boala, as I was saying. So it took the fuel to increase or the diesel to increase again for our celebrities to add their voices. I just want to understand. Because I'm seeing videos, celebrities are complaining, and I'm just wondering in my head. So if this fuel did not increase, y'all would have kept mute and the election would come and go. So it's because of the fuel increment now. Meaning if they return it, because now they're going to see your voices and it might cause chaos for them or it might wake the people up. You know your voices are strong. And please tag any celebrity you know in the comment section. You know your voices are strong. Of course now, I say it all the time that influencers are a major tool in our political space. Now, they're going to hear your voice and maybe find something to do that will return the prizes. Once it returns back, you'll shut up again. You know, I don't hate celebrities. I don't really voila. I don't really insult, you know, now so life be. I don't really insult celebrities. I don't really have an issue with them. But you see this, your selective, it's not really activism. You only complain when it touches you direct or it don't let you be again. You rather maintain teeth and die in silence than say you come outside and talk. Some of you are not they talk, not because they will intimidate you people. A lot of you keep quiet to maintain teeth. Make you not be like, now you complain pass. How much is the thing I cannot afford? You see this bad government, now bad rain where they fall for every roof. It go pit now. Now Russian where they're not the fee hide. They show, it go reach your domots. So because of fuel now, all of you are doing videos. You are complaining. So if fuel return back now, you keep quiet. I'm not gonna say God don't let them return back. But please tag that celebrity in the comment section. As you go to bed tonight, remember this video. The Lord is calling you. Your country is calling you. Nigeria needs your voice now more than ever.
I'm telling you. I laugh. Oh my goodness. Here we go. We always vote for Tinubu's party no matter what. We don't have electricity supply in Lagos Island in the past 3 months. What is our offense? Oh, make una hear the cry. Oh, Coco Bioko. Oh, let me read this actor's response to his fellow actors and actresses. He say, actor Prince Eke slams colleagues and musicians, stating why they keep their mouths shut in the face of bad governance, right? So he says, the earlier you understand that most of these so-called celebrities are not worth being influenced by, the better for you. Actors and musicians alike watched Nigeria drown in corruption and bad governance and kept their mouths shut. Why? Because they are waiting for politicians to throw them a few peanuts to come and dance during campaigns. If Nigeria actually worked, many of them would still be earning royalties from movies they acted decades ago. They don't understand that. They do not get it. But instead of demanding a working system, they line up to be used by the same politicians destroying the country. So don't be shocked when you see them standing beside our oppressors. Many of them are broke, desperate, and perfectly willing to sell their conscience to the highest bidder. After all, conscience no dey put food for their table. Ndiara. Hey, breaking news. Waspapi has been arrested. Though I don't know that I know Waspapi. Very, very vile, the vilest human I've ever come across in my entire life. Waspapi is a vile human being. They picked him up, they arrested him yesterday. They said Waspapi, Omotayo Williams says, Waspapi was not arrested because of social media tweets alone. The guy used to tweet the most horrendous, hateful rhetoric. If it was, he would have been released since Friday by his allies. It has been established that he has ties to Boko Haram and ISIS. He's undergoing serious grilling at the moment. Fingers crossed. I'm telling, if you read this guy tweet, you go know say, no how, this guy 5 and 6 with Boko Haram. There are many of them like that too. There's another one too that has been picked up. People are not sure whether Mossad people pick them up or whether DSS. Vile creatures, man, that we live with in that country. Anyway, una hear say the Senate remove Senator Natasha name from Nigeria's delegation to UN Women's Event, and Akpabio replaced it with a male senator. Women have no regards. Nigeria does not have regards for women. You wonder why the country is the way it is? They have shut women down. They browbeat women. They don't beat women to the ground. Women don't have a voice in Nigeria. Keep in mind, this person says, they did not replace the male senator who beat up his wife. They not replace the senator when he beat up his wife. Una see the video of that senator, the pictures of the woman when the senator beat up. Women are going through a lot in Nigeria. Their voices they choke the life out of them. Women they not get safe for Nigeria. They remove her name, put another man for women events. See Nigerian politicians, they give 200 naira notes to youth in Kebbi as empowerment support. 200 says that they collect and we smile. This one even carry phone up. See, 200. Hey, wow, God forbid. When I listen to, they say one get buy for BBL something. I don't know. I just hear the thing.
All right, so they say I shall go do BBL. Process of doing the BBL, say she can't follow the buy. It's quite unfortunate that now this kind of thing will lead to the buying of somebody. But it don't happen. Now she know what she could go tell her maker. At the end of the day, why do you people really do the BBL? If you ask, you don't sit down and ask. All of this now to increase their market value, nothing more. All these BBL, what did they do? Now to increase their market value. Down to all the Nollywood actresses, where when they see they copy from. And to just feel pitch themselves so that they'll be seen. Is this desire? Is this greed? Now greed. It's greed, nothing more. It's greed. If I have a bigger nyash, more men will be looking at me. They get all these things done so that they can be seen by politicians. So that they can be more obvious to the footballers, to the musicians. Then they will hide it under socialites, influencers. All of these things, now to just cover the main work. A shower. Nothing more. Greed. Somebody told me, some of them don't really have confidence, and some of them are being talked about. Some men used to talk against them because of their flat bum. That's why they went to go and add up. Now lie. Plenty women with flat bum that they marry.
till they get relationship, good relationship. Na lie, na greed. They want to be talked about more. Okay, you say you want to boost your own confidence. You want to boost your own confidence. How do you feel when you are working with 4 normal girls that are your friends, and now only you person go stop say hello? You don't think about their own mental health and their own confidence. It's a lie. You want to be noticed. You want to get more higher value for markets. You want make more married women. Una target married women, politicians, footballers, musicians, and all, and fraudsters, Yahoo boys. That's why you do these things. Business. It has to do with greed and money. It's quite unfortunate. This one don't go. More go go. More go go. May I so rest in peace. But me, I don't feel sympathize now at this moment because of the insecurity of the country. I will save my tears for the future attack will go happen for Nigeria. Insecurity, because President Bola Ahmed Tinubu cannot promise us any security. So the way where Boko Haram take they move, I'm expecting to hear another bad news, because this regime is all about bad news. Boko Haram attacks, insecurity, farmers being attacked in the bushes, kidnappers here and there, left, right, and center. So I go save my tears for the real people who need my tears, or save my rest in peace to the people who need them. Not be one girl when go do nyash because of our business, because of our markets. It has nothing to do with insecurity, bro. Somebody will say, oh, it's because of insecurity. Some of them don't know. At first, they say this thing about inferiority complex. It's not. It's markets. It has nothing to do with inferiority complex. Because when you talk about insecurity complex, insecurity and inferiority complex, this thing is a thing of the mind. There are a lot of beautiful women that are inferior, that feel inferior. They get a lot of women where get figure 8 shape, real figure 8 shape, natural body. They get women where they're endowed, but they shy for public. They don't get self-confidence for some reason. It has nothing to do with inferiority complex. It has nothing to do with insecurity. Before now, they say, oh, now they're inferiority complex, now they're insecurity. It's a lie. Complex issue is a thing of the mind. It's a thing of the brain. It's a thing of your brain and your mind. There are a lot of people who don't find their confidence for society. Say people they sham. I don't want to call name. And with their confidence, women they trip for them, men they trip for them, because people don't see what's in the air. It has nothing to do with their complex issues. Again, I ask, so if you dey inferior, where make you can't go do body? How about your friends? So be safe if they want not lie. You just want to be obvious. You just want men to look at you more. It's greed. You want to be talked about more. It's greed. Say do 1, you do 2, you do 3. It's greed. It's greed. You want make people husband they look you, it's greed. You want make people boyfriend they look you, it's greed. You want make followers follow you because of your nyash, it's greed, not because of anything. Now greed. Now you want to get jobs passed for adverts, you go rush, go do nyash, it's greed. Make footballer look you, leave all the other guests, it's greed. That's nothing to do with complex. Don't hide it under that. And none for women before this thing come. Because this is a new generation thing, all this BBLT. It don't day before. Brazilian butt leaf, it don't day. But now, it don't come full everywhere. Ask yourself, women where they did before, uncle, which did they do? Some people say that men, they make them do. How? The man's world is like a conquest. If you like, they go knock down be BBL. Later, men when I know, if they don't knock BBL finish, the counters they come. You know, I'm on nothing better rich natural nyash. Those how to find natural nyash. Most of them say when they do BBA, how many they don't marry? Names in my head where they get BBA. Plenty names in my head now. If they call them, and I know plenty for this media. They don't fit sit down with me. They don't fit settle with me.
Video.
They don't fit settle down. Even though that is not be saying now waiting make life be life. Say person settle down.
Just you know they see one.
But with the hash, all men want to do to them now to test. Go the next one where get. Then at the end of the day, they settle for a natural nyash. Our mothers were married.
Okay, you don't stop.
Our mothers, a lot of them had good marriages. Plenty of them don't get BBA. You don't buy bye. Stay safe. Stay safe, eh? Stay safe. It don't happen, it don't happen. Take care of yourself. Anybody will no learn from this one, you go learn the hard way. Peace and love, don't play. And they talk about the hospital. They say the hospital where do according to them, according to which they see, say the hospital don't pay a lot of people. So the hospital they pay people now know now see they go there.
Exactly.
Nana, my friend. Anyways, peace and love, don't play.
God, I beg. Sad. I'm like, not be terrorist, not be kidnapper. You know, I saw a picture of the girl apparently somewhere. I can't remember where, to be honest with you. Maybe I have it. Maybe I have it saved. Beautiful. The girl is naturally beautiful. So I'm wondering why? What's the point? Ewo, Tracy, thank you, my girl. Oh my God. Thank you for the support. Oh, Tracy, thank you very much. Oh, now money go dey flow enter your pocket anyhow. Anywhere you turn, money go just dey run follow you. Flow go just dey flow, dey fly enter your pocket. Fiam, 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 fiam. You go even overtake Alakija. Kene go come dey jealous. Kene and Guy, they go come dey jealous you, and Michael, they go come dey jealous, they envy you. They go come dey say we know Tracy, na lie. By that time, you don't move on. You know, you go just look there, say, so sorry for them. If you just throw like, just give them biscuit bone, maybe they munch on. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Honestly, I do. It's not easy. I really appreciate. Okay, so here's this girl, right? She dey take bus. Let me read it first. This is on Budget Nigeria. Dear Nigerians, queuing for public buses is not your destiny. The result of policy planning and budgeting decisions. And those decisions will improve when we all continue to ask questions and apply pressure on the government. We cannot continue to normalize poor public services. Okay? I'm going to show you, there's another video she did, but I'm going to play that one later. You're going to see it.
I remember the first video I posted in the morning. The time is currently 5 p.m. Let me show you a bit of my situation.
She love me, but she like that. Lolo, that's fresh. All this not body sound of this.
This is my situation.
Teach you. Keep going.
See how long this queue is.
Music. Oh, see, this is the queue. I'll show you the one she did. One, okay. Oh shoot, where did I? Oh boy. Okay. Okay. Now, this is Ondo State, being captured by terrorists. Kidnappers again at airport Owo Road in Iluabo, Akure, Ondo State. See.
Jesus!
The person when they hide them for them. The time when whisking away flee, assessment barricaded the office on the road.
Tí wọ́n bá jáde báyìí kí ni ìsìnkú àlè ṣe ṣé anybody ní ìbọn tí wọ́n ṣe létí so they are not making it safe for everybody in the country kí làwọn civilian àlè ṣe.
Now, this is a whole House of Rep member, Mr. Danko Anamero, Look at the rice and beans he gave a community of 50 people, and we are to pay 3,000 naira for transport. Una listen. Hey.
The whole House of Rep, Atako, and Ameru. Those are the food where bring come for Iliali community. Most Jama where they Iliali community, they say me they share. And this food, they say they must pay 3,000 naira for transport. They say they pay 3,000 for transport for those food. And they will take share this food for Jama where pass 50 people. So Iliali community say they don't want. As come be saying that this rice and small beans, like the whole dark House of Rep brick, we don't want. May go carry them, go back. The whole House of Rep.
Yeah, I see that video of Michael from 90 Day Fiancé. The guy, she don't finally get in divorce paper. He celebrate them. Okay.
In the country, know all the terrorists by name and they know where they are, but they still can't defeat them. Is that a country or a
Well, a lot of people have seen in clips and pictures with this terrorist where you know where they are. We've communicated with them. You've even as far as negotiating with them, So a lot of people believe that since you have, this the knowledge about all this, is it that the government does not have the power or the equipment to know where these terrorists are to tackle insecurity?
The government knows every terrorist by name and by location.
Mm-hmm.
I don't go yellow. I don't go to the terrorists alone. I call the police, I call the security, everybody. I will go to the MES of that place. In fact, when we went to one terrorist, I went even with women with me. Into the bush.
It's so sad that our nation has dropped to the last level, ground zero. When you are benefiting from corruption, it now becomes connection. Making I enjoy in a connection. One day, Nigeria will be free.
Wow. Meanwhile, Sunday Igboho of Yoruba Nation. Abi not be saying na Yoruba Nation they fight for. Sunday Igboho don't pick up a APC cap. He don't Baba they fight for now. They wear APC cap up and down. Parallel facts. Every lost soul in struggle for Yoruba Nation pied for nothing because Igboho betrayed their loyalty by campaigning for same APC that impoverished Nigerians from Oduduwa Republic. Move along. More than see bandits where they open fire for Jikamshi town earlier on today, but yesterday Nigerian time. Yeah. Yeah. And they are small boys. Oh, look at them, small boys. A person they record them for where a day. Nigeria is at war.
Nigeria 2023. If he win, he no give us light. Mo no vote for him again. Nah. Kurubu don't say he won't come back. For 44 years, he say he won't come back. I will see him. We dey cook. We can't leave Jonah. Pull oil no catch him. He wants to put another one. Now we say we swore. Why we go there ebo Kurubu? Kurubu na God. Kurubu no be God. Now this light is that time where Bulgaria can't go. Where Bulgaria go? Kurubu from Nigeria. Carry people, they go Bulgaria, Niger. You get now small picking where they ride bicycle. Take Kurubu. May your leg dead. We must get light. our president don't come. We must get like, if he triumph, that is a soldier. Only go fire, go burn. So Kurubu can't go back. Because he was well. Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. Now be Kurubu to enter on our body. On a vote, on a no vote. Obiakpo go see from on the way, come ring for him. Me, rugged you. Madam, I no go triumph.
Oh,
yeah, no be the same smoke all of all day. My see make Kurubu say we be snake.
I like
my get up. Make Kurubu no take us tie wood.
Yes.
On our beg. At the beg on her. Men will not triumph. Make Kurubu no talk say, I felt say, then be move your shoe. Then be mugu. Me will take soda wash our mugu. Give Kurubu. Make Kurubu carry. No light. No road. No water. Anybody who wants say water for street. Happy rubber. 200. Now everybody they go river. Probably don't fly them say make they carry people for inside river. Now me they say me I talk to Nigeria. Men are here.
Yes, so
now what you Kurubu talk for Tomio Kurubu what they do? No good though. Come out your hand though. If you people thank God nobody go again. Thank God. In Jesus' name, amen.
Whichever way, by all means necessary,
Mama the mama.
You must have electricity. And you will not pay for estimated bill anymore. A promise made will be a promise kept. If I can't keep the promise and I come back for second term, don't vote for me.
Bam. Bam.
That's the truth.
And this one we need to make.
Unless I give you adequate reasons why I couldn't deliver.
Now that's in mouth, now you go carry and come out. You don't talk about be so, they don't stamp them. Okay. Well, this is parallel facts. I spend 1 million on Dizzy every 4 weeks. I can't anymore. Filmmaker Kunle Afolayan bitterly cries out over rising prices and worsening electricity. Emir Saddam now responded, relax, Tinubu is fixing Nigeria. Because all these people were supporting Tinubu. All these people, they've been quiet with the mayhem that is going on in their different places. They are quiet. None of them, they talk. Akpabio, Senate, quietly removes Natasha Akpoti's name from UN Women's Event Delegation, replaces her with a male senator. The turn that when go fire this man, Oh, no worry about. We already know that Nigerian passports not be here. Michael, see your people for here.
What the man they do? The only picture we want to see in those days is APC. Simple. That's what Basaki do. Yes. That's what he do. If we see any political banner, you go learn it. If you will see any political poster, you go learn it. The 18 local government of Edo, I swear to God, you will come and go learn it. Officer. You can say, hey, officer, you go learn you things. Correct. Because I want to tell you, the kingdom of God suffer violence, and the violence take it by force. We must take this state to Asiwaju. Correct.
If you not like Edo people, this man, I'm waiting if he do. If how many people, only 2 people, only 1 person go handle this man. Now only mouth he gets. And I hear say he's not from Edo State. Where is he from? That's the question I'm asking. Where he come from? It's time to separate the chaff from the how they talk again. The something from the shaft. I don't the word not they come my head now right now. They call your state, they tell you say they go plaster everywhere. With Tinubu will never do anything. They are kidnapping like it's Christmas in a donut. Like it's Christmas. Anyway, Edo people, now here we deal and I can't know. Okpe blah blah, no, they do anything for now.
All right, so they say the price of one don't reach 1,000 plus. This brings me to my old video of 2023. Check the dates. To you guys now, the fuel price have moved to 6,750, and the way this thing is going,
Thank you, Ibu.
it might get to 1,000 naira before
Comer.
December. And guess what? The Nigerian government are not
Fine,
trying to do anything about
Replay.
it. And I'm really surprised that we, the youth of Nigeria, we are not talking about it. If we continue to keep quiet like this, I promise you, this old men where they did here, they'll just do anything where they like. Now, these people are saying they don't have money because last week I see say, okay, Tinubu post something, say they leave, say Buhari regime, they leave without any money, you understand? But when I get money to buy cars for the ministers, 160 million, and that car where they buy for minister 160 million, we all know, say those people no go use that car for like, they're not going to use that for like 4 months, because when they start to the year sound for under the car, they'll need to go change them again. Nigerian road no good. Do you understand? Nigerian road no good, so that car goes spoiled. Though they buy 160 million. They say money no, they say Buhari no leave money, and these same people again don't go buy yacht or 5 billion naira. Do you understand? Nigerian youth, the day when I go clear, now the day they shut down internet for 1 whole day. If you listen to Tinubu's speech, he said if they remove this subsidy, the money that they make, they'll put it into the health and education sector. You understand? But we all know that Nigerian government is not what they say that they will do, and it doesn't make sense. It's not like you are putting it into a sector where money will be generated from. You are removing it from this place and putting it in another place by still spending money. You are putting it into the education sector. If they finish, you understand, they study and they finish, there's no work in Nigeria. It doesn't make any sense, which is why I am against it. It is better to just leave us the way we were. Because if people collect this money now, if people are not going to put it in place, people are not going to put it in the right use. You don't put that for health sector. Health sector where we say we don't see carry people, see they fly out. It's another medium of stealing the money. Fine, removing of subsidy is good. It's not like it's bad. Because to be honest, with subsidy, that's where the corruption side is even bigger. Now, this other one, I even tell them to make them leave us the way we did. This subsidy matter, we know that you people will chop this money. We know that subsidy is not going to do anything. That you people are looking for another means to steal. Since 2023, I know they talk this thing they call. Since 2023. See another video of that. Economy don't rigid. Dollar go soon pass 1,000. Fuel na 615. Rice done double. Cement na 5,000. The rich are becoming the middle class. The middle class are becoming the poor. The poor are shouting what God cannot do does not exist. Even if you want to relocate out of Nigeria, IELTS exam don't turn to 100K plus. You know, still guarantee say they go give you visa. Shout out to all the people who vote because of tribalism and because of religion. At least they promise you Agbado, but do you have a place to plant the Agbado? All of us go suffer. We are not going anywhere. The Agbado gang and the LP and the PDP, we all go suffer. Shout out to Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. In every 6 months, we don't plan to go to war. In every 6 months, kata kata everywhere. Asiwaju, shout out to you and Agbado gang. As you can see, since 2023, now I don't shout this thing. And everything I said, now it don't happen now. As of the time, Seth, you watch the last video I post. As of the time, dollar never even reached 1,000. Now imagine the place where President Bola Ahmed Tinubu pick everybody from. Imagine where we did today. In the other video of May, I said it there. I said this subsidy that is removing, if they were going to put it in the sector that they claim they will put it, if for even better. Do you understand? If for better, but I know fully well that these people were actually looking for the best means to steal. They were looking for the best means to steal. It was even better when did they pay for subsidy. It was better. At least they don't get budget of money where they will spend for the benefit of Nigerians. At least they get budget, say, okay, we pay for subsidy with this social amount. Fuel price go there the way it did. But they removed that money. And that time, the reason President Bola Ahmed Tinubu said they will remove the money, they will stop the subsidies because they want to improve our education sector and our healthcare. Bros, as we talk now, doctors been going on strike. Now this January 2026, they follow them talk. They see the whole doctors. Our public hospitals don't fail, healthcare don't fail. Let's not even go to the public schools. As you all know, now we they renovate up and down.
Till tomorrow, we see they cry. So our public schools are failing. The children where they send, they give scholarship under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu regime. Plenty of them they for Morocco, they stranded, they cry. The ones where they did for Russia, where they give scholarship, they cry. Education sector don't fall. Everything they collected that money for, it don't fall. Everything, literally everything. So where's the money for the subsidy that they remove? Where's the money? It's the most corrupt government in the history of Nigerian government. The most corrupt. Everything that was said has come to pass. And then people are saying, oh, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. What does he know? He's an illiterate. If they remove this, he'll do this. I know these people. These people are... Woo! In the other video, I spoke about what? That time, dollar never reached 1,000. Dollar coin at 1,000. Now, you don't pass 1,000. But imagine, take your mind back to where President Bola Ahmed Tinubu carried us from. Look at where we are today. And they tell me, say, economy, they improve. And this same person now wants secret election. And there are still some people that are collecting bag of rice and collecting money and do this thing for the election. It's crazy, you know. I talked something, 2023. I say, now the day where we say they'll shut down internet, now the Nigerians go know how deep Wahala don't dey. Now they go know say problem deal where you know they see. But did you notice that in all these videos, I did not highlight insecurity? Insecurity was not really highlighted in all these 2023 videos because it was not as much as it is today. Now the order of the day, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu took us back. Anyways, peace and love. You don't see when I started a call for protest, the way you stand your ground. You saw it. You stand your ground. These old men will do anything that they like. But back then, everybody was looking at Very Dark Man as a joker. Now, when I don't decide, say, my brother, I go use my own influence, work on the problem when I feel bring solution on. They say, you not come out for electoral reform. Electoral reform one, I don't politicize. You not come out for electoral reform. You not come out for this. After I say this, when I was calling you people out to come and stand against the fuel hike price, did you come out? When I was shouting and I was crying and I was saying Nigerians should not buy the fuel when they increased it, what did you people do? I said, if you keep quiet, make everybody there, make nobody buy. We go see where everybody won't go. We'll now buy that fuel. We'll now buy the fuel. As for now, let that man is using his own influence to correct the one he can correct. We go renovate schools, we go do this, we go do that. We will create an opportunity for our own ghetto children where they do well. You don't understand? People where their parents don't get opportunity to make them. People where their parents don't get opportunity to thief money. Peace and love, don't play. I did busy. Bye.
You know the thing, I have to give it VDM. VDM is a youth that understands what's going on, is aware, and is always trying to bring that awareness to the youth. I remember when Peter Obi lose election, VDM was out every day protesting that the mandate was stolen. If you people want to challenge me, I bring videos. I go bring videos, show now. That was when I knew, this was when I came across VDM. When he was it was him, his brother. I don't know if that his friend. I can't remember the name of that his friend. They will go stand for road, they go carry placard. Then they protest. Not once, not twice. I remember when he called for protest when they increase this fuel. He said if everybody come out, not buy this fuel, they go reverse am. It fell on deaf ears. I have to give it to him. He's one young man that is aware and understand, and he's very focused. He's not moved by all these distractions. He's not at all. He's very focused. I have to give it to him. I give it to him so much. I have a lot of respect for this young man. I do. He's not perfect. He's a young man. He's still coming of age. He's very aware and he knows what he's doing. If you see what I saw a video of him when he was challenging, I think they said, what's her name? This actress that went to a school and went to start praying over somebody's child, pinning that child to the ground, concrete ground. If you see as that thing turned my stomach, I say, God, what be this? Somebody held the girl that like goat. You could see that this girl was in pain. This girl, what did they pray for? He said because the girl wear red bead for hand. God. Oh my goodness. I loved his take on it because I felt the same way. I was like, are you people okay? Why you know they pray for your own pikin like that? If you see say person they do your pikin like that, you go happy. You go like am. Anyway, let's keep moving forward, man. Too many things to talk about. So this person here, original baby girl, she says the absolute worst sin you can commit as a Nigerian woman is having audacity. Literally refusing to be a mumu, standing up for yourself in any way, not pretending that you don't peep rubbish. This society must punish you for it. I'm telling you. Nigeria does not like women who stand up for themselves. Nigeria absolutely abhors women who know what they're saying and stand for it. Nigeria hates women with audacity, women with confidence. If you have some level of confidence and awareness, Nigeria hates you. The men, especially the way they talk to you, self, you go be like say they want to bring you down for even having that boldness and that audacity. They want to bring you down. They want to reduce you. I have experienced it, so I'm speaking from a personal experience. Do you understand? This is what Nigeria does to women in Nigeria. They want to silence you. They don't want you to have a say. If they say you, they tell us, so she's not ordinary woman, see am. Because woman, when I beg you, now you they listen to woman now. I'm telling you, if they even tend to get aggressive. If you are not, they go want force. God, they want force subjugate. No. We are seeing it play out at the highest level. So you can imagine what people who don't have an office, what people who are still going to school, all of them that are still struggling to come up, you can only imagine what they are going through. You saw the picture of the woman that was beaten by a senator. He beat the woman blue black, all her eye closed, everywhere swell. That's a person picking. Let's continue.
Alpha Fulani people, hope you guys are aware that if you start supporting the exit of Igbo people from Nigeria today, and Igbo people finally leaves Nigeria, it will be more easy for you guys to Islamize Nigeria. Try to think about that. This is a smart move.
This guy is negotiating.
This is a very smart move that you people need to start putting into consideration. Because once Igbo people leaves Nigeria now, there will be no more bigger obstacle holding you guys from Islamizing Nigeria. So why not start thinking towards that direction? It's a very smart move if you people can take it. Alpha Fulani people, hope you
Oh my God. Michael, is worse for women. It's worse for women. Not be men full National Assembly. I'm not trying to make it a gender thing, but it's obvious, right? It's worse for women. How many women did National Assembly? How many women did House of Rep? How many? How many of them get voice to talk? See, Senator Ireti, when we dey laugh most of the time, that woman not get voice. She has been browbeaten. She can't talk too much. When I hear say Wike don't talk say no, they come back. The place is flooded by men. It's a lot worse. So if it is bad for men, imagine how worse it is for women. They don't rate women for Nigeria. They talk to say I not be Nigerian now, they talk this thing. Then people can push back and say, no, you are not Nigeria, you don't live there. But these are things that I saw, I've experienced it myself, so I know. They don't rate you. You see, something they do my mouth. Did they pay some Nigerian men? They know they like them. They hate it when a woman has a say and can stand firm and has the audacity and the boldness. Nigerian men cannot stand it. They cannot. First of all, it's either they look at you, they want to they will find ways to bring you down, pull you down, or they will find ways to subjugate you. I'm telling you, I mean, hey, do you understand? If you talk, if you get boldness, you come out, you go, they talk. You never see where they. I remember when the fight when Aisha Yusufu and Fela Pikin, wetin be name? That boy when they talk, when the activists, when they quarrel, I don't know if they see the two of the quarrel. I think on one show like that, they had the fight. If you listen to the way when that Fela Pikin talk about Aisha, you go just shake your head. That alone go change exactly. That alone tells you all you need to know. It doesn't matter at what level. At the highest level, it's even worse. Because they feel they have the money, they have, so who you be when you go to talk as woman, who you be. A single man now when not get wife, when not get, if he run for election for Nigeria, go win. May a single woman try. They're not going to even look you, they're not going to even rate you, first of all. Even though you have the quality, you have everything, they're not going to rate you. We have problem in Nigeria a lot. This is for me one of the reasons why I'm supporting Peter Obi, because Peter Obi recognizes that women are the brain box, women are the engine room. He recognizes that. For me, if I'm going to support any candidate, it's somebody who brings women to the forefront. Now that one I go support. Forget whether you know how to do it. If women are missing in your conversation, you've lost me. Because women are suffering a lot in Nigeria. Well, let's not even talk about the ones in colleges. Let's not even talk about the girl child. So, anyway, let's keep going. There's more.
One bit that we also need to tell ourselves as Nigerians, we are all Nigerians. A few people are only privileged to sit on the high table here. We are on the same level. We must be able to talk the truth to ourselves. We don't have the culture of consumption management in this country in terms of power, just because of the cheapness of the tariff we pay on power. A lot of people will come back from work. They want to have dinner or they want to play with their colleagues down the road. They'll switch on the AC for the room to be cooling before they come back.
Oh, salute.
Yes. Some people will be going to work in the morning. The freezer have been left on for days. They will still leave it on when all the items in the freezer are already frozen. And 5, 6, 8 hours of their absence will not make it to defreeze. They will still leave it. It will consume power. Just because we are not paying enough. We've all been overseas before. We know how conscious the power consumers are to consumption of electricity. Thank you very much. I will round up soon. So this will also enable us, thank you very much. This will also enable us to manage our consumption.
If you remember that during the campaign, when they asked Bola Tinubu what he is going to do differently, I'm doing so much on that area, so maybe you will see the video. He said that he's bringing a team that he believes so much in.
Exactly.
This is one of the members of his team. A member he so love and trust. A member of Tinubu's team, telling Nigerians, and like he said, some of you have lived abroad though, but I've been here for a while. I don't know what he's talking about. That's the absolute truth. I don't know what he's talking about. I agree that many people have different consumption tactics to reduce consumption, but I don't know about turning off freezer for exactly, except if I want to defrost a particular item and take it out. It's not because I want to save or consume. Okay, maybe that is a tactic that many people employ, but that is for somebody, an environment where you have not even provided electricity. There are communities, there are local governments in Nigeria where there is no hope of 2-hour power supply for 2 weeks. 2 hours for 2 hours, I won't say every day.
Look at what the Minister of Power is saying. He's not collaborating with the private sector. He's not collaborating with state government. He's not building several other alternate power generation. The other day I heard that somebody said we don't have a power generation problem, we have a transmission problem. And I say, have we transmitted power to interiors, to our rural areas already? And look at what the man is saying. And then this is the kind of people that Bola Tinubu surrounds himself and says he has a team. Even the Minister of Information, Idris, was disgusted and embarrassed. He couldn't take it. He has to tell him to off his mic and stop talking. Look, watch that video again closely and see it. He was embarrassed. The other woman threw her face away to say, what are you saying? These are the kind of people. And Bola Tinubu spent several years to plan to become president, to allow this kind of nincompoop to enter our public spaces, and they are making all sort of this is the government where they fail and they make excuses for failing. If there is a Nigerian to blame for this government, it's either they are blaming Peter Obi, that is an opposition, or they are blaming the general public. They are blaming Nigerians. This is the crop of people. This one now wants to go and govern a state. The people of that state has not seen this one to say red flag. This is what we have always stood for. These people do not deserve to be in the corridors of power for any reason. These are people that do not even deserve to be security mates at an established organization. Stumbled on millions. I hear he's a multi-billionaire. Brought in so much money for the election of Bola Tinubu. So it is, of course, we are doing business transaction. It is transactional politics that is being done. As you do for me, I do for you. Irrespective of whether the person gets sense or not, because I can vow that there is no sense in this matter.
How it take making money?
I don't like it should come for her.
How it take making money? Now be the question. That's the cope. It's not to be easy. Nigeria, not in Nigeria, they say billionaire, I'm a millionaire, I'm a billionaire, no source. We don't know where it make it. There's no precedent. No, this is where it starts sending crayfish from there, nothing. Mona Lisa by herself.
Wish colleagues. Unfortunately, I missed the budget presentation by the ministry and by the committee itself. No, I'm talking about even the interface with the ministry. So I did miss that, unfortunately. So that's why I wanted to be here to catch up on this. And I want to appreciate men here who have lent their voices with regards to the budgetary increase. And because indeed, Nigeria is a population of over 100 million women. And we do not have a standalone ministry for children. So invariably, the Ministry of Women Affairs covers the concerns of our children. So we do need a lot of funding to cover the milestones that have been set, which of course we've been lacking. But what I'd like to speak on mainly is, in the Senate, we have just 4 women, and whatever, should I say, spins out of the National Assembly to Nigeria generally starts with all of us, or should I say, particularly how we relate here as women. I just have a little concern that I would like to say. Yesterday, my staff reached out to me that I was invited by you to attend the CSW at New York, which is a United Nations event for women, and that I should send my passport. I was very happy. So within 3 hours, I responded, only for me to be told that I would not attend anymore because I responded late, and that was the response from the Ministry of Women Affairs. I just got off the phone with your staff, Becky. I don't know if Becky is here. I just got off the phone. And I'm actually really concerned because, like I said, you see, in Nigeria, there's this assumption that women are each other's problems, and then there's no harmony with how we work. But how then do we speak to Nigerians that with just 4 of us, there is no unity, there is no coordination, and a woman is being alienated from such a very important event as it concerns women of the world? So how do you say that? I just got off the phone. I was actually in another meeting, but I had to rush here because I needed to lay this before the House that I'm not under suspension. I don't think I should be treated any different from other women. And I had to ask Becky, when exactly was the Committee on Women Affairs informed about this CSW? If it was informed 2 weeks ago or last week, why was I not invited then? I only got to know yesterday at 1 p.m. and I responded almost immediately with my passport. Yet today, I'm told that I responded too late and therefore I am not attending. Well, speaking for the betterment of women, Nigerian women in Nigeria, I think that it's important that we as leaders show good examples amongst ourselves so it will trickle down positively. Thank you.
Senator Natasha, I assure you that you are on the team. I personally, I checked with every woman and then I put your name, and nobody on that team, there are 6 of us, nobody on that team is late. I'm not aware that anybody told you, but if you have told me that, I assure you that you're part of that team, because I told them that there are only 2 women. I checked with the other. I think Senator Idiat said she could not go. I spoke with Senator Ipalibo, and I was most certain that you would want to go. So I put your name to ensure that the few women that are there get to go to CSW. Then I added some men. This is on the team for the ministry. Remember? Then there were some other senators that the Senate is paying for. I put only men on that one. So I'm not aware. Nobody has communicated to me and assure you that you are going. If you do not go, I will not go. That I say here as a woman.
Hey, you know they wake up now. Senator Ireti, that's how you do it. That's how you do it.
I don't know. Chairman.
Solidarity, you stand
Chairman,
together. That's how you win.
Chairman,
I like that.
Chairman, thank you. Chairman, thank you. I would like us, Chairman, I would like us to let's concentrate. Let's concentrate on the budget defense and leave election. Election is not what we're here for. I want to. I want to align myself with the observation that we are not doing well for the women of Nigeria. This budget of 2025, which you could see capital appropriation of 89 billion, with only 400 and something million naira released, is a far cry from the position we are taking that our women are very important.
Ireti was gaslighting.
It's like the budget was not implemented at all. Women are very important segment of this population in Nigeria. Women empowerment should take a very prime position in the budgets we make in this country to empower women through their various things they do.
No.
Even if we say, let's empower women to do business, let's empower women to learn skills and do things, you know that the money is well channeled because women are very faithful to what.
Oh, as they talk about women, like saying toddlers that they talk about. Oh man.
The Francis. So the body of His Royal the Francis Igwe, the king of Ebonyi State, his body was found where kidnappers unalived him. They collected ransom and still ended up killing him. Now, it is important to know that he was a former House of Assembly member in Enugu State, and he is a father to the immediate past deputy governor of Ebonyi State. So, no be small person being, meaning say, no be small fish. He is a father, the father of the immediate past deputy governor of Ebonyi State. So, money no be problem, reputation no be problem, dignitaries no be problem. But guess what? Nigeria happened to him. They kidnapped him. Ransom was no problem. If not ransom, him son will be former deputy governor. Go pay him. In fact, if the deputy governor no get the money, they go call governor. They get contacts. They go pay and rescue him. They paid. But money failed. Connection failed. But guess what did not fail? Insecurity did not fail. Bad governance did not fail. That is what will never fail. It will unite everybody. I wish, and I don't know how to pray that. I don't know how to, say this in a way that it will please everybody. I wish this will continue to happen to those in power so that they can understand that insecurity and bad governance is the only thing that can unite everybody. It's getting closer to them. It's no longer happening to the poor. It's not happening to the rich. Nigerians, we have to take back our country, or else there will be no country for us to live in. It is getting worse. How worse can it be? How?
Wow. Chairman APC. Then this one. Hey! Rino says, if a whole senator can be treated like this woman is being treated, Nigerians should be afraid of the future of their girls and women. I'm telling you.
Dear my Yoruba brothers, Westerners of Nigeria, what is happening? What is happening? I remember I made a video and I warned. And I said that prior to Buhari becoming president in 2015, that the Northeast was relatively peaceful. We just had skirmish of problems here, like left and right. But Katsina as a state was one of the most peaceful states in Nigeria. The Northeast as a region was one of the peaceful regions in Nigeria, apart from religious intolerance that was happening. Then Buhari happened. Then the party of tears, blood, and sorrow fell on that region. And as we speak today, even till Buhari passed on, he retired in Kaduna after spending a year plus in Katsina. It was not safe enough for him. He had to run to Kaduna, where he passed on. Why am I saying this? Look at what's happening in the Southwest today. Traditional rulers are being eliminated. Under Bola Ahmed Tinubu's past 3 years, close to 5 traditional rulers have been eliminated, from Kwara to Ekiti, from Ekiti to Ondo, from Ondo to Oyo. How many states are left in the Southwest? Osun and Lagos. It don't finish, oh. Terrorism is now sleeping, living, dining in the Southwest. But you people are quiet because your brother is in power. You don't want to talk. The same template that the Northerners did in 20 all through 8 years of Buhari. And right now, the North is now, majority of the people are living in IDP camps. It's the same format people want to implement because of Tinubu is in power. This man is actively watching the Southwest being eradicated by terrorists. And you people are saying nothing. I see no evil, I hear no evil, and I say no evil. In fact, some people are even saying that instead of an Igbo man to rule them, let the terrorists be eating them up in the Southwest. That's where we've gotten to today. And I'm saying this because I say it's not like I'm indicting the whole Southwesterners. No, but the truth of the matter is that majority of Tinubu support base that you see making noise on social media are from the Southwest. Does that mean the whole Southwest are with him? Apparently not. But even the silent ones are not vocal enough in my own understanding. Or probably they're just watching. I don't know what people are watching. Your region is being eradicated as we speak. It's being occupied by terrorists. The monarchs are being eliminated in broad daylight. Villages are being ransacked. Hundreds are being killed. Kidnapping every now and then. And it is not making noise. The normal Southwesterners we know are people that are very vocal. It is like it is normal business. No talk on our brother they power. We could not spoil his own. You people are currently drinking poison because it is served by your tribals man. Okay, as long as this trajectory keeps going on, it is eminent, it will reach Lagos. It will reach Lagos. Maybe not this year. Maybe they're waiting for next year. Let them consolidate power. It will come to Lagos. Then you people will now understand that you kept quiet when it happened in Kwara. You kept quiet when it happened in Ondo State. You kept quiet when it happened in Ekiti. You kept quiet when it happened in Oyo. You kept quiet when Tinubu seized Osun State allocation. Up until now, Tinubu is still withholding Osun State local government allocation. You people are keeping quiet until it gets to Lagos. Then as usual, the people start shouting. No wahala, because everything now is Lagos. If it's not Lagos, it's not Southwest. We'll be here to remind you people. Politics of tribalism and bigotry. We are eminently seeing this man. We are evidently seeing this man destroy Nigeria per second. But not because he's my brother. He comes from my area. He said he comes because nobody even knows where that man came from. Nobody knows his childhood. Nobody has his childhood history. Nobody knows his brothers and sisters. He just appeared and claimed to be a Yoruba man. And that's what many people are doing tribalism for. A man without history. A man without ancestry. A man with a very shady character. I hope you guys wake up. Oh. I hope you guys wake up. I think I believe my own. And I pray that our Southwestern brothers don't fall for the trap of the North. Buhari spent 8 years and he's gone. The North is crying today. Nothing was developed. They cannot fall back to anything and say this is what Buhari did for us in 8 years. Not better schools, not water, not electricity, not better healthcare. Nothing. 8 years wasted. Tinubu now spent and wasted 3 years already. No better schools in the Southwest. No better electricity, no good roads, no water, no healthcare, nothing. When they actually tell you Coastal Road, Nel Fund that are telling you Nel Fund. Prior to APC coming to power, Nigerian federal government was sponsoring people with Shopee, students abroad for their PhD, abroad for their masters, in their thousands. How much was school fees before Tinubu came? Tinubu came and hijacked it up, and he says he's giving people doing Nel Fund. Now, how many people know people that are getting access to that funds? Southwestern Nigeria, wake up and speak up. Oh. Before tomorrow, people turn out to be the North. Because this power that we're talking about is transient. It will not last with Tinubu forever. But as bad, if he wicked finish 2031, he go say he want to take 10. Nigeria go scatter. Then you now ask yourself, what did that 8 years of Tinubu being president in Nigeria benefit the region? But one thing that the world would have seen is that you guys drank this poison and allowed these menace occupy and dominate the region because your tribal man was occupying the center.
Two.
Morning, the DSS will arrest. Do you know that I can say something right now, and by tomorrow morning, the DSS will arrest me? There is somebody right now that is immune. They have immunity that the DSS, the army, cannot arrest them. Do you know who that person is? Look at him. In case you don't know who this guy is, he is the keeper that copper requested for ransom of 10 million naira. They paid the money. He did a photo shoot. He snapped picture with the 10 million. Send it to them that I don't receive the money. The family of the copper said that, oh, it be like say they don't this guy. As we know, they hear from the copper again. Now, then I do another video say the copper they alive. But you people must bring another 2 motorcycle and other things they requested. They send it. But guess what? The DSS cannot track the call because they are still in communication. The guy sent his picture. His face is everywhere. He did a photo shoot with the money. He cannot be arrested. But me, Justice, the son of nobody from one village in Southeast, I can say something right now. Just one statement I will say right now. I know what to say right now. As I'm doing this video, I'll just say it right now. Anyway, depending on the context, it could be half empty or half full. I'll just say it. It gets something I just talk now. By tomorrow morning, you will hear that the DSS has invited Justice. And if I refuse to go, they will come and pick me like this from my house. They will come to that house, that compound with plenty. They will pick me like beans. They'll pick me like stone inside beans, pick me out like this. The DSS has become, they've made themselves useless. Those days when I was growing up, if you hear DSS, that time they used to call them SSS. State security. If you hear SSS that time, they have this kind of aura. Strong. Like when you hear SSS, they used to respect them more than police and army. SSS. Intelligent. They work with intelligence. But now, they go after commenters, people who talk. If you talk about the government, they'll come and pick you. Dear Nigerians, what is our threshold? How long will it take for us to know that we are doomed? Anyway, I say make I tell Onasha that the cup is half empty and half full, depending on the contest, because contest matters. It will soon be empty.
That's a great analogy. That's a sober analogy. Make una hear on a film director, producer. Never see anything.
I've been sad. Sad because
welcome to the sadness.
I can't cope with the 1,500 per liter of diesel. I can't even comprehend it because, in one of the businesses that we run, Cap Village, we spend about 11 million in 4-5 weeks on diesel. 11 million for 5 weeks. And we have solar power, but we're still spending about 11 million in 4-5 weeks. In Lagos, Cap Hub, we still spend a lot on diesel, even though we have solar power. And when this announcement of the prices for diesel and all of that came, I've been sad. It's not sustainable. This, I don't know. Because even the diesel we've been buying on credit. And when we make small money, we find a way to pay, and even sometimes it takes 2 months to even pay down and then get another one on credit. But now, from like 1,000 or 995 to 1, if I read 1.5 something. We need loan to upgrade our solar power. So please, if you can come to our aid, I'll really appreciate it.
The guy not fit talk. Cat's got his tongue. He don't want to talk too much so that Tinubu no go send him boys come. You see how very careful he's talking? These are people that supported Tinubu. His brother was supporting Tinubu. All of them. Shall learn. You go touch everybody.
Tinubu, the son of the president of darkness. I just saw one of your Mumu video that are saying we should have faith in your father. That the hope is here. Hope of Alamanjiri. There is no hope in this one that is happening in this country. No hope. Only useless people who have faith in your father. Yes, your father brought us darkness. Not other than the fact that people can no longer breathe. And your papa, and he come outside the other day, they shout, say, let the poor breathe. So in case you don't know, nobody get hope. Hope no day. The only hope we are seeing here is hopelessness of darkness, unfruitfulness. People can no longer survive. They can no longer breathe. So stop deceiving yourself and stop saying all that nonsense you are saying online. They wear car there. Maybe the other day you went to the street and share food. If to say this country never turned to Alamanjiri kingdom, why people they rush you because of food. That is how helpless they are. Hungry. Alemanjiri kingdom is what your father have turned this country into. So nobody will have faith. Only an Alemanjiri children now you go get faith inside your papa. Me, I no be Alemanjiri. I no send you and your papa.
Even for US, price of fuel don't go up. See, this one they jump up and down for $4.99.
For fuel? Are y'all crazy? Are y'all crazy? What is going on? What is going on? Fucking motherfuckers! Y'all done raised fuel prices up. Fuel prices is up. I just got back into the business, and y'all done raised the freaking fuel prices up. Y'all done raised the prices up $5 a gallon for fuel. Are y'all crazy? Are y'all crazy? What is going on? What is going on? I'm tired of this. I'm tired. I just got back into trucking, and y'all done raised the fuel prices so high. Are y'all crazy? This shit don't make no sense. This don't make no fucking sense. I'm pissed. I'm pissed, and I'm going off for all of y'all. It's all of y'all fault. Dang. Like, y'all see this sign? This sign says $4.99 a gallon. This is what trucking has come to? Shit. Fucking motherfucker.
Do. Hey.
Member kidnapped during Ramadan, and his family is being asked for 5 million naira. Implications of this case and the wider issue of insecurity in Nigeria. We're joined by activist English Alhaji. Good morning. Thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning, ma, and good morning, Nigerians.
Thank you for being here with us. Can you talk to us about, Abba's abduction and the circumstances surrounding the incident?
The thing there is that I heard you said 5 million. It's not 5 million. The ransom they demanded, they started with 50 million naira. So we had to negotiate. So we started the bidding, and they finally agreed that we should come with 10 million naira. So, and yeah, we came on social media, we did the fundraising, the video is everywhere. Nigerians showed support, like everybody. They went out of their will. Fundraising is something I don't want to do. Like, I don't support it in any day, because it's like you giving them a more grant for them to, opening doors for other people to go for it. But in this case, we are helpless. The case was with the DSS, but they couldn't do anything. So as a concerned Nigeria, we took it upon ourselves, and we did a fundraising, which we realized the money, because it's not just Abba. It's not just Abba. It's Abba. I don't know if you guys have seen the other video of Miriam, a lady who was also kidnapped, and the other one, Yeshima. So 3 of them. We did a fundraising for Abba. We got 10 million for Abba. The other lady, they said 10 million, but we went into bid, and they okay, we should bring 7 million. So which we all agreed. We assembled the money. We took the money to them. The 10 million and the 7 million. So after we gave them the money, the next thing they asked us to go, that they're going to bring Abba and the lady to us. Lo and behold, they changed. And the next thing they're asking us to bring 3 motorcycles for Abba and the 3 million naira for the girl.
Okay.
So at this point, we were like, no, this is not the agreement we had. We said, you gave us your word that if we give you this money, you're going to give us Abba. So now we're giving you money for Abba and money for Miriam and Yeshima. And you guys are saying we should bring extra 3 million for Miriam and 3 more motorcycles for Abba. And the funniest thing is that the most angry part of it now is that these people are coming out on social media to even post the money we gave them. That's one alone is getting me very angry. The person that received the money came on social media to post it. Like, honestly, I'm so, oh my God, I don't even want to just go into those details, but for now.
There's a feeling
I'm
of
just down.
there's a
Put
feeling
it
of
down.
hopelessness. You know, young Nigerians just going about their lives, kidnapped, and the saddest part is law enforcement, which security takes the largest chunk of our budget, and absolutely nothing in 2026 can be done to retrieve these people. You see videos of special forces training. You know, they show all these fancy videos. What are they there for? We have telecommunications companies that can track your location to the nearest 5 meters. And it's sad that, you know, your interaction with the DSS law enforcement is so lackadaisical that Nigerians have to crowdfund ransom payment to these kidnappers, therefore, making it an industry, making it very profitable. It's hopeless. So my question to you is, what did law enforcement tell you when you told them about this, when you presented evidence of these bandits on TikTok and social media? What response did you get?
They told us that, they're going to see what they can do about it. That has been their response ever since. The DSS in Gusau, they said they're going to see what they can do about it. We said, okay, cool. Because this guy, the video is circulating and the numbers are still active. When you call Miriam, if you call Miriam, I got her number, I got the number of Yeshima. When you call them, the bandits will pick. They will pick. They pick the cause of these people. And you're going to hear, like the next thing, they give the phone to the girl, you hear the girl crying and begging. I don't want to, please help me. I don't want to be unalived by these people. Please help me. And the cry alone from these people is going to break you, no matter how strong you are. Like, I'm just trying to be strong, like, for my own self. I've been trying to be, because seriously, like, I don't know the state of mind my head is right now.
You're taking in a lot.
So you go to the DSS, you report a case of this nature to the DSS, and you're expecting the DSS to swing into action immediately, because these people can be traceable. They can be traceable. The place where these people are, I can tell you for free, that there is a military checkpoint before where these people are, and after where these people are. Like, you get to Gidan Kano. Before you get to Gidan Kano, there's a military checkpoint there. And there's a military checkpoint after the Gidan Kano. And this is where these people are.
Okay.
So I don't want to believe that these people cannot be traced. There's a military checkpoint there. You can stand in that military checkpoint. When you stand there, you're going to see this forest. You're going to see them there. These guys established 3 gates. They established 3 gates there. When you come to the first gate, they search you thoroughly to make sure that you don't have anything on you. You get to the second gate, they search you again to make sure that you don't have anything on. Before you get to the third gate. And when you see these people, you think that they are Nigerian army. They are fully dressed with everything. Like, I don't understand what's going on in this country right now, because you can't tell me that these guys are far away from us. They are here. They are on social media. They are using social media. One of them had to confirm. They told the lady that went to give them the money that they know me. They know me, they monitor me, they're after me.
Kai. Omo. Now, whoa, there's full-blown war in Nigeria. You people, anybody deceiving themselves, there's a full-blown war, active war in Nigeria. Even for war, for countries when they fight war, they see these kind of things. Nigeria own is on another level.
As I'm talking to you, Maiduguri has been encircled by Boko Haram. It's a matter of time before Maiduguri falls if something serious is not done. And your policemen are here paying attention to rubbish. You all are aware, when I said it last time, that a lot of states are going to be besieged by terrorists and bandits. Terrorists is what we know them as. But when they call them bandits, just to make you feel a little better. But they do the same thing. Now, these bandits have reached Ondo State. They have reached Edo State. They have almost taken over northern Kwara. They have reached Kogi State. The biggest terrorist camps in the country are very close to here, Suleja. And also, another huge one is in, what's this place called? Bajana. In Kogi State. So even Abuja, all of you who are walking around thinking that you have security, Abuja is not safe. Because if the chips are down, the rich people will just use their own personal security to escape. They will leave the ordinary people to suffer their own fate. It is happening, and that's why police must be serious work at this time. Anybody who is in the police force, who is going after people who kill chicken, somebody's collected somebody's wife or girlfriend, it's rubbish police, and all those people should be fished and pushed out of the police force. And I'm using the opportunity to also talk to the guy who is in charge of the legal department in the police, one AIGI now, who I have spoken to personally to discontinue these trials. But I heard that because he's a pastor himself, he wants to help his fellow pastors to prosecute people. And I'm wondering, what are all these pastors? Why do they believe in God if God cannot fight for them?
Exactly.
Why? Throughout the reign of Satan, and Satan is still reigning. Satan has never used the police to arrest anybody. Satan don't even trust Nigeria police. Why would you be using police? Which is even by biblical standard, Nigeria police is a satanic agency. I'm not saying it just for the sake of saying it, but if you know what policemen do, even God, when God sees what Nigeria police does to his own creation, God himself shakes in his boots. How can pastors then go near such an agency to help them fight ordinary people? The pastor should be fighting the police to reform and sanitize the police. But pastors are deploying police to fight innocent people. That tells you the state of religion in this country as well. Most of these religious leaders, I'm not sorry to say it, they don't believe in God.
They don't. Another thing that they worship.
The federal government knows all these terrorists by their names, and he does not go alone with the police, the military, and other security agencies. And what do you think about this?
I've spoken about Sheung Gumi before, and if you remember exactly what I said, that he's not a foolish man as people think he is. He's actually a smart person. He might be smart for different reasons, and he might be egregious in his ways. And I just told you what I always known. He's not telling you anything new. All these terrorists are in bed with people in government. Whenever there is mass kidnapping, why do you think that government is able to hear from the terrorists? Because they have their phone numbers. If they call one side, the one in Niger, those ones will give them the telephone number of the one in Katsina. They say, no, it's not us, so it's our friends in Katsina that did it. That's how they know Gumi is not lying. There's no major terrorist, and there's no major criminal in Nigeria that is not known to security agencies. But you even find kidnappers doing MCs at the children naming ceremony of police commissioners in Nigeria. They know themselves. They help themselves. I once told you last year that there's a guy who is into fraud that was given an office at the Nigeria Police Headquarters, one Jesha. So how he's not lying. They know all the terrorists. If they want to wipe out the terrorists today, they know where to get them and wipe them out. They know it. I'm not in government, and I'm not any of the security agencies, but I also know that government knows these terrorists. In fact, so many of the terrorists, they call up people in government when they are bored and say, what's happening now? We haven't been allowing us to operate. We want you to leave some areas for us. So it's very true. He's not lying. And that is why we always say that government in this country is a crime. People in government, yes.
What's the US reaction to the Nigerian spokesperson that trying to defend himself? He's trying to defend the government that has already rubbished before the creation of Tinubu.
We are talking about Daniel Bwala. So my own position is different from everybody. Everybody is talking about Bwala as if it is possible to defend Tinubu. It's not possible. Bwala is just trying, and you see, it doesn't have to even be with the Al Jazeera guy. But the other thing that surprises me is that, are you expecting Bwala to be successful?
Exactly.
All of you are asking us. So if Bwala had been able to present the case very well, would you give him a Nobel Prize?
Exactly.
So everybody's making it sound like, oh, he failed.
He didn't fail.
Well,
he doesn't know anything. That's true. He's right. That assessment is right. Why were we expecting so much from Bwala? I heard he went to give interview with Dr. Freeze. Actually, I have it safe. Yeah. I don't know whether I won't bother to listen.
He said in the opposition. I asked him, what is the job of the opposition? He said to oppose.
They
I said, thank you
talk
for answering
about
that.
he can't talk about
I went on and on and
he
on and
said
on.
Peter Obi.
The later part of what
Obasanjo reach out to him through make he come work for Peter Obi. That's what he said in this part of the interview that he said the story long. People in the comment section were saying you go explain, you explain tire, no evidence. He said Peter Obi asked me to work for him in 2023, but I refused. Obasanjo was behind the Peter Obi agenda despite his public denials. You know they hear? Hey, they want to make it Peter Obi. I beg you, no need to play the video.
I saw Sheyi Tinubu's video for having faith in my father. We don't have no single faith.
He's
Hear
part
the
of
video
the
yourself.
now.
I want to thank you for
That's
the
what he
faith
does.
you have in our president.
After he came
And I
out
guarantee
to
you,
say Bwala did not try
President Ashwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu
Let's keep it.
will not fail. Nigeria, the hope that we've been looking for and hoping for is here. The president that we've all wanted is here. I guarantee you.
Sheyi, we don't have one single faith. Your father is ruling us with force. APC is the most corrupt party in the whole world. APC, every day they are buying people. Petrol is going to 2,000 per liter. Any moment from now, everything don't dabaru. Now they don't buy opposition. Your papa recruit people like Wike, people like his counterparts in Ekiti to buy opposition.
Wow.
They don't buy opposition. Look at the judgment coming from appeal court yesterday. Appeal court where Wike wife now judge there. You now don't seize our country from us. Our country, the country don't dabaru. Now, you don't force all the governors to join you now. By force, by fire, by thunder. You don't force everybody. So now, you still want to force us. Force yourself on us in 2027. But we know with God, something will happen. God will set Nigerians free. It be like Davido's song. You where you dey sleep, where you never talk. There is a song for you. Make I show you. Oh yeah, listen to this song.
I dey suspect that Tinubu write that song for Davido. Them go feel it. We dey feel am. Now when Tinubu enter, now no say Buhari na good man. Buhari was a father to us.
You hear the song? You go feel it. You go air am, you go feel am. You where you dey quiet, your destiny don't dabaru.
I'm telling you.
210 trillion gone. Nobody is holding these people accountable. Everything don't scatter, and you still keep your mouth closed. You go feel it. You go hear it hard. It's coming to your doorstep. Keep sealing your mouth.
Nigerians and consign me, kuku consign me, consign me. We will listen to this Sunday service. Oh, I think I was going to read something that this Okay, no, never mind. Never mind. See the man when they kidnap. Might be that. Okay. Now see elevator for Banana Island. See as people they swear they for buy if they were in this elevator stuck for 40 minutes. 40 good minutes. I beg you. That is all I have for you people. I've come to the end of the show. So I must show now all the video today. Meanwhile, if you are planning to travel in Nigeria, airfares in Nigeria now, it don't increase by 25%. Okay? Aviation fuel don't rise to 1,600 per liter. All right? Yeah, you're right, Sid. This one, Lagos State Lagos people never start to see anything. Hey, if by mistake enter, Otilo, e don't finish, na be that. E don't finish. Meanwhile, what's his name? Ali Ndume, he said the National Assembly is no longer functioning. Having it or not makes no difference. That's how bad it has gotten. So, my people, now here I go end am. Now do well. Oh. Thank you for joining me. I'm glad I was able to make it today because it was quite busy for me this morning. See, thank you very much. Michael, thank you. Tracy, thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate. Make I see this poll. All of una wanna fit join me. Is Nigeria at war? 94% say yeah. Hell yeah. Okay. All right. And that's it. Yeah, we have it. So una do well. Oh. Thank you very much. Oh. I appreciate. I will see you guys on my next one. Night. Bye.